enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Now do it again. I was driving into work today.
Is it 2012 yet?
Yeah, right.
I was just checking.
No. You got some time, my friend.
Damn it.
You're gonna have to pace yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pace yourself.
Apparently so.
We're only 1-2 days in, depending on. I guess this would be the second day coming up, right?
It's like in Platoon, you gotta go, dude, maybe you just should, look at the number of days you're in instead of, how short you are.
Yeah. I was driving into work today, and I snapped a pic of Kenny.
Oh.
And I realized something today. I'm living Groundhog's Day. It's the same effing thing every day.
Yeah, until you really document it in photos,
right?
You don't realize how mundane things are. Especially with Kenny.
I sent the picture to my my Twitter friends, and they're gonna go, wait, you sent the picture you took yesterday. No, it's today's picture that looks exactly like yesterday's picture, which kind of proves to me that I'm living Groundhog's Day.
It's a new picture.
It's a nice Groundhog's Day. I know people have a horrible life out there, but it certainly is the same exact thing every day. Yeah. He picks me up, good morning, GH, and then he sits in his car and drives me here, which is a nice luxury to have. And then someone pointed out that his profile looks like an Excella train.
Oh, my God. That is perfect.
And then I come in here, I sit down, I start reading papers, and then a mere 2 to 3 minutes into reading papers, I have to take one of the papers to the bathroom for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then I come out. I'm describing my morning real fast. And the coffee is waiting for me that Kenny just made. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's the same exact thing every effing day. Every effing day. Good morning.
Wake up. It's Groundhog Day. Yeah.
See, look, there's the picture of Kenny. Look.
Oh, we got to pop the other
I'll pop the screen on.
Oh, no.
And I would love to give this guy credit. Someone got a hold of me on Twitter and said, dude, his profile is an Excella train.
Oh, that is...
Oh, look at
Oh, that looks like a before picture for some kind of cosmetic surgery, by a chin.
Yeah.
Chin implants.
Chin implant.
Yeah, well.
How they take maybe your nose and put your chin in and put it in your chin. Just something.
Well, Danny's searching for an Excella train to kind of do a little split. Oh, there you go. Look at
It does look like an Excella.
Sorry, I know it's visual. You know what we could do, because we could get a little more fancy on ONDARadio.com. We'll do a split screen for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the Opie and Anthony section, or that takes you right there. Yes, okay. All right, Rich Voss is in for Jimmy. Jimmy played Miami last night. I guess he'll be back. He'll be back tomorrow, but we got Voss today, which is very good. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Rich.
Lucky him out in Florida.
Oh, my God. This is a perfect time to leave New York, right?
I wonder what physical thing he's doing in that beautiful weather.
You took a picture of Rich also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from your angle of the camera, you couldn't see what was on the computer that he was working on.
Well, you said that Rich looks like every Nazi's
nightmare.
So
it looked like every Nazi propaganda poster I've ever seen in my life. He had his little spectacles on.
Yeah.
His little spectacles. His hat, which isn't the cool black Kango hat anymore. Same shape, but now it's that felt grandpa hat. And he had his spectacles on, and he's looking over this spreadsheet with just money figures on it. I'm like, you are just what united Nazi Germany.
That's not true. The only difference is I couldn't figure out what those numbers meant.
No, that's true.
And the real Jew could have.
Yeah, and somehow you turned thousands of dollars into nothing that you wound up getting.
It's unbelievable.
Even a quick glance that I took at it, it's like, I looked at the gross and then the net, and was like, wow, you are a horrid businessman.
No, I'm not. No, we cut the deal. We cut the deal for 50% of the door of this club in Canada. And I wanted to do it so I could take Bonnie
They
to
literally
Canada,
gave him half of the door.
Right.
Well, that's what he was paid.
Well,
they took the money.
It is Canada, though, Rich. Come on.
Yeah. So
you should have taken those guys for 110%.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
Well,
they're dumb up there. You know
not that dumb. Then all of a sudden, it's coming closer to today, and they go, you know what, we're going to do 25% now. Well, that's, I didn't think they were hurting up in Canada as bad as we are.
Well, I guess they are.
Yeah,
But how do they renegotiate a deal just by telling you? What is this, the mob? You're working with the Canadian mafia? Is that?
Well, they're going to get half the show.
Why the tiny little spectacles?
Yes,
Well,
you
I
got
have
little spectacles that look like it looks like those piles of spectacles you saw in Schindler's List,
These are
and shoes and everything else. Those spectacles would have fit perfectly in that pile.
This is the spectacles from the guy from the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God! Look at it. It looks like a pen holder.
Yeah,
Because this pair is easy to fit in my pocket and it's small enough. Big
So is
enough
a
where people.
cockroach.
It's big
But
enough
I wouldn't
where
wanna
people
carry it.
where people think that maybe this is me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean when it's in my pocket. But when I look at it, they just hang nice and.
they're on the tip of his nose too,
Rich.
and he's just like, "Let me look at my figures."
Well, see, only
we're-
a Jew hater like you would come up with
I
this.
am not a Jew. I'm trying to keep you from perpetuating a certain stereotype.
It comes out of your mouth.
Someone's got to say the stereotype. If you perpetuate it, no one says it. It's not really perpetuated. It's like a tree falling in the forest.
I have a problem with your glasses because you're trying to live in this world where we're all young, and you make yourself look really old with those.
That's
things.
true. And I'll compliment you.
My grandpa wore those. Santa Claus wore those.
For Rich's age, he does look good. He takes care of himself and stuff. But then you old yourself up with like your hat and your little spectacles.
It's okay. First, I have to have. Okay, it's 2 degrees out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'm
that hat
telling
doesn't
you-
keep you warm. 2-degree weather, you got to get a hat that covers your ears. Everyone knows that.
Oh, well,
What are you wearing warm weather? The stovepipe hat like Lincoln?
Right. Yeah, those dummies back then couldn't figure out to keep the ears warm.
Yeah.
No,
Let me just
God.
have a hat that launches 2 feet above my head.
Our ancestors were stupid.
They had dumb hats.
And because the earth was different, it was a lot colder back then.
How many people walk through doorways and knock their hats off? I bet if they had video cameras back then, there'd be huge montages of people with those dumb hats getting their hats knocked off walking through
That would make a
doorways.
great YouTube video for 1860.
America's Funniest Home Videos. They
Yeah.
show that. They show, a couple of people being whipped.
Dude.
Well, it was back then, things were more
well-
accepted.
What did you just put on your head?
This is what keeps me.
Oh my God, Rick.
Oh, no. Now he's got
That is.
earmuffs.
I don't even know what it's called. I mean, they cover the ears, but they're not official earmuffs.
I can't put a hat. Well, this morning I could put a hat on because I don't care about my hair.
Yeah.
But I don't have hair like typical, like you, like little white boy hair, where I could put a hat on and just
Okay,
shake it and
homie.
it's back in place.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. The straight.
Yeah,
People with the
I mean-
straight hair always annoyed
Yeah.
me because I'd have to walk, the second a gust of wind hit it, you look like Medusa.
Yeah.
You get snakes
That's
growing
right.
out of your head.
It's unbelievable. It's like a tumbleweed festival on my head. So if I put a hat on, then it's like a high low or whatever. It looks like some bad sculpture.
Have you
And,
ever experienced frizz, Opie?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever experienced
Yeah.
it?
Look at my hair today.
Straight hair. That's
I think
not-
once again I used one of my girls' products in the shower.
You like leg shaving or
why is it?
Dude, all right, you.
foot
so you must-
exfoliant cream? Did you
must
put
be-
that in instead of conditioner?
Ant's the lucky one because when his girl moved out, she
Dude, no.
took all the crazy stuff with her.
Oh,
You've got crazy stuff still in your house, even though you don't have a regular.
I got like 5 girls crap in my shower. No, you know something?
That rules.
It's loaded with stuff.
Do they all have their little names on them?
No, but like
They're at camp.
some will be in there and just be like, "What is that?"
First of all,
Yeah, I use it myself, and then I have to spend an hour
you.
using every product like it's mine.
Way to go, Einstein.
Yeah.
Now you just announced it to everybody.
Oh, great. No, you know something, Vagisil is very important to male hygiene.
Yeah.
how do you guys?
No, Rich, really fast, just to bring you on board. My girl, it used to be shampoo, conditioner, and then they got really clever, shampoo and conditioner.
One
bottle. But these broads, and there's stuff, and it's in French, and you have to try to figure out, I think this is some kind of shampoo, and then,
It's for every part of their body individually.
right, and then you put it on your head, and it looks like you were, like, washing with grease or something. You come in here.
Shampoo and conditioner, bar of soap.
That's it.
There you go. That's a guy.
Oh, no,
Girls, it's everything. Their toes have special toe soap.
Yeah.
And then they got like heel stuff.
Yeah.
Then there's a thing in there for the heel. And then there's knee washer and thigh stuff. And then, of course, for the that area, there's all kinds of goods.
There's a sandblaster.
That's like ground zero. There's all kinds of heavy machinery things going on. And then up there's like, exfoliating stuff. And then for the face, there's all kinds of creams and everything. Elbows. There's a whole bottle just for elbows. How many you got, Octopus? What do you got? 2.
These are girls that are with you, and this is what they want to do when they're done. They just want to.
They just want to
clean off the bad memories.
They want to clean off. It's an excuse for them to be in the fetal position in the corner of the shower. No, I'm using all my products.
Wiping off 15 years of shame.
I hear Anthony's going to make it easy for them, and he's installing a car wash in the
Just
back
a car wash.
with a nice recliner. All right, sit in the recliner.
But how do you guys that are, I'm not saying you're the wealthiest men on the world, but I'm like a pauper that lives in a 2-bedroom townhouse.
Shut up, you do very well.
And we each have, not anymore.
You're just jealous of us. I understand that.
My wife and I each have our own bathroom. Don't you guys have 2 bathrooms?
Oh, I had a bail from the main bathroom. Oh, yeah, I got my own.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got a smaller.
And I get all the leftover products that she decides didn't work for her.
Wait, I'm counting.
Yeah.
Really? Is that what grade your girl's in?
7.
I actually get 2 bathrooms.
7.
And she gets 2.
I have 7 bathrooms.
No way.
But they're ridiculous. I don't need 7 bathrooms for that house.
You ever find?
I had a new one, just put it in the basement.
Really?
Yeah, I put a pump in there to pump all the stuff up.
Nice. You ever find my duty?
No. That's now officially your bathroom. Once someone uses it once, it's their bathroom.
Wait, you have 4?
care.
I have 4 in New York City. Yeah.
The house. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, New York City's just stupid. I looked at place for over a year, and it's all about bathrooms. I don't get it. And I'm thinking, being a kid from Long Island, I'm like, man, if I knock out a couple of these bathrooms, I'll have a lot more room.
That's what I thought.
Why are they wasting freaking valuable room by putting all these extra bathrooms in?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was one of 7. We had 2 bathrooms.
how bad?
7 kids plus the parents, so you're talking 9 people using 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
How bad do you have to go to the bathroom? You can't walk an extra 10 feet.
I know. I got
mean,
bathrooms like Starbucks. They're just like
No, but
everywhere.
Anthony doesn't want the bathrooms either. He understands how this works, but for some reason, these pompous, pretentious asses that live in Manhattan, everyone has to have their own bathroom.
I didn't have my house built to my own specs, so I moved in, and I was like, "What's goddamn?"
Could you imagine growing up having every room having their own bathroom? That's insane.
But great, I had to sit there at the door. Joe, come on, shut up.
But in Manhattan, they insist on this. They insist. Every room has to have its own bathroom. It's stupid.
You know what me and my brother used to do? Because we only had one bathroom growing up forever. And my sister used to be so embarrassed at going to the bathroom, number deuce, because it would make a certain sound as if you dropped a little rock into a bucket of water. So we would make sure everything was quiet, and we'd put our ears against the door, and every time we heard it, we'd just start going plop, 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 and she would get so upset at us yelling plop, plop through the door.
It's good to know you tortured your sister, 'cause we tortured ours as well.
Dude, ridiculous. Poor
You just
Dawn.
have to.
Poor Donnie.
Yeah. Hey, E-Rock has flat hair today, according to Sam.
What happened?
Thanks to Angela's hair products. So where's E-Rock?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm telling you, I mean, they got to, label this stuff easier for us.
What is it, shampoo and garlic butter saw?
E-Rock, what'd you use on your hair today?
I don't know, but it was...
Oh, my God, it really is greasy flat.
Ew, look at the front. It's just totally greasy.
Cut your bangs, an epileptic?
But wait till the hat comes off. Look.
What did you use on that?
I'm not exactly sure because I ran out of my shampoo, but...
You reach for the girl's stuff, and you just assume it's shampoo. And
Yeah, it was a white bottle with black lettering, so I figured, that looks like shampoo. And
Drano.
Looks like a Roman helmet.
Yeah, it does.
it took a while to get out.
Dude, it's shiny greasy.
Yeah.
Look how shiny greasy it is.
That really is something. Well, hopefully it was Nair.
That would be hilarious.
You have the worst crew of hair in this building. If you look around,
It really is.
there's not
all do,
really
believe me.
a good hairdo around here.
I don't know if that's a Roman war.
Yeah.
Or is that Greek? I don't know.
Who knows?
It looks like
All right.
the 300. You have 300 hair.
We got to take a break.
300-pound body.
That's a pretty good break right there. Ed in California, we're going to get to you next, okay?
No worries.
All right, Ed in California will start the phone calls today. 877-212-0-and-A. We got Rich Voss in today, and we got some Obama stuff.
Obama.
It begins today. The honeymoon's over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Was there ever a honeymoon?
There was a honeymoon. Everyone was leaving this guy alone,
Hey,
but...
all I know is what happens on a honeymoon, and I firmly expect that to happen in my near future. So I don't think it's over yet. I think I'm coming out in a nightie out from the bathroom, and he's going to tap the bed next to him, and I'm getting in and getting it.
You look up at Angela Davis blacklight poster.
Oh, yeah. That poster that was hanging over the bed in The Shining.
Yeah. He took the oath again. We're going to get into that.
Yeah, boy.
He's
Gotta
closing.
make sure I'm the president, goddammit. I didn't want to...
He's closing Guantanamo. We'll get into that.
Yeah, he signed that. He's going to, I think, take all the people that are at Guantanamo
Right.
as prisoners and invite them to the White House for dinner and apologies.
And the dude that forgot to do his taxes. That's a great story.
Oh, yeah, what's he supposed to be confirmed for? Oh, yeah, Treasury Secretary.
So,
What a cluster F.
business as usual in Washington. That's
Let's
my
change
angle.
America. All right?
Yeah.
We're waiting.
That's my angle on the whole thing. Business as usual. The players just are a little different. I'm more upset that he's a lefty than the fact that he's a black man. By the way,
Really?
I never trusted
those damn lefties.
I never
They're
trust.
shiftless.
I never trusted the lefties.
The lazies.
When I was growing up.
The lazy lefties.
I never trusted those mother effers. There was a reason why they were killed back in the day.
Hey, the L word.
Oh, the L word.
Call it the L word.
Sorry to all you lefties out there, but I don't trust you
lefties.
whatsoever. It was so hard to cover you in sports. I'm like, you're going the wrong way.
Southpaw.
Right.
But wait, what are you talking
Hold
about?
on, we'll get into that after the break. And the picture, Rich Voss, the picture of Kenny, that looks like the picture of Kenny yesterday. Go to Opie Radio on Twitter and join me. Haters, stay away. I have no room for you guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
there you go. Just invited.
Hell
Tons
no.
of haters.
No, 'cause-
I, by the way, got, I think, 1,000, over 1,000 requests now for friends.
For Facebook, right?
I just
For
joined it.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I hate doing it, though.
Just do it.
Click, click.
I know.
Just do it. It's
Yeah, I know. No, I will. That's why I tell everybody. Just,
you're what on Facebook? Because
Anthony Cumia.
we're covering everything. Finally, we got the Pal Talk, we got the Facebook, we got the
Yeah.
MySpace. I'm doing Twitter because it's the easiest thing to do. I picked the easiest one.
I'll pop another pick up and a little caption.
All right, more with Rich Voss. Stay there. Opie and Anthony, Rich Voss, you, good morning. 877-212-0-and-A. Oh, I promise we go to Ed. What's going on, Ed?
Not much. I'm just glad that phony bitch, Caroline Kennedy,
Yeah.
turns out she's more interested in furthering Ted's breakdancing career than career in the Senate. I think it might be another Obama miracle.
She was
Let me tell.
a babbling.
Punching out, grab and shoot.
It's a local thing probably, but obviously it's a Kennedy, so I think this would interest some people. Man, she does not have the charisma
Right.
of her father, her
gift of gab.
mother, her brother, her uncle, her other uncle.
She better be good at something.
She stinks.
'Cause she ain't a Kennedy as far as that charisma
When-
and public speaking goes.
When John talked, people listened,
Yeah.
although it was mostly women, like getting moist.
Apparently, aside from his wife, told her, "Shut up! I'm trying to fly."
They,
Watch.
you think the guy had the perfect life, and
Oh.
he picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
He picked a bitch of a woman. If you've read anything about her,
A little hazy up here. Could you be quiet? I'm trying to concentrate.
Really?
I'm playing with a broken leg.
yeah, where's Sully when I need him?
Yeah.
Poor Sully. Not poor Sully. Anyway, Carolyn Kennedy, I think the party itself kind of pushed her. Like, hey, Hillary's gone. This is your job. You're a Kennedy.
Yeah.
You are a
They
Kennedy.
just wanted the name in there.
And there's a reason she's been out of the spotlight pretty much her entire life. She sucks.
She can't speak.
You got to be able to speak if you go into politics.
I heard something on Wins on the way in, and wow.
Yeah, I got that for you.
Oh, you got that?
Oh, that's the only reason we took Ed's call. Yes.
She's trying to explain why it's a good time for her to jump into politics.
Right.
Oof. What an explanation. Huh? What? What'd you say?
What other business can you just jump into? You know what?
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah.
You know what? I want to be a politician.
And then some people were saying, well, we were really looking for somebody that has a few years' experience in a lower office already. And they were blurting out all these qualifications that it would take that she doesn't have. And I was like, Hillary was Bill Clinton's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was it. What qualifications? She didn't run for public office. She didn't have any prior public office in her background.
She was around politics her whole life, way more than Carolyn Kennedy.
Well, a councilwoman in Fishkill probably has more.
Of course.
Yeah, but I mean, saying that Kennedy wasn't around politics for her whole life, she was too. A couple of them.
You know what? There's people that have been around comedians their whole life. They can't get on stage and do it.
Mm-hmm.
One's in your studio right now, me. But here's,
I was going to jump for that, and then I figured I
before myself.
You're actually really good on the stage.
Thank you.
If you suck on the radio, but you really.
I don't stick on the radio. I got years. I almost slipped. I got years of proof.
I got years of stench.
I got years of proof.
I'm messing with you. You wouldn't be here if we thought you sucked. We never invited back.
Yeah, just do a little thinking about who comes back and who doesn't.
If you're invited in here, trust me, as much as we want to beat you up live on the air and stuff.
Some comedians are Chuck from Happy Days. one season and you're gone. Where did he go? I don't know, but Fonzie's a pisser, ain't he?
Jack Bauer's daughter.
Yeah. Listen, so Carolyn Kennedy. Thumbs up from Travis. Please don't mention 24 ever again.
No. IQ, coincidentally enough, dummy.
So Carolyn Kennedy has decided that she's not going to be the senator of New York. But let me tell you what's been going on here. Governor Patterson, he's not stupid. He was not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So now she's bowing out before that embarrassment where Governor Patterson goes, you're not qualified.
He said something like, I'm just not seeing you as senator.
Well, here's Carolyn Kennedy. we were looking for like a JFK moment, an FDR moment, Anthony, if I dare say.
By the end of the decade, we will go to the moon, put a man on the moon, and do those other things.
Right.
What were the other things? Not as important as putting a man on the moon, apparently.
No.
The end of the decade.
Instead of getting some of that great stuff, we got this.
I think really this is sort of a unique moment, both in our, in our country's history and in my own life. And we are facing unbelievable challenges. Our economy, healthcare. People are losing their jobs here in New York, obviously, and so. And for me, I've grown up here. I've lived here all my life. I love New York, and
never heard that saying.
And going into politics is something that people have asked me about forever.
She stammers worse than I.
She's horrible.
She stinks.
Sounds like an assistant coach for a high school baseball team or something.
Yeah. Can you hit the bell every time she says because I need a count.
Ein moron.
Hit that bell every time you hear I want to play this clip again. I think there's 10 of them in there.
I think really this is sort of a unique moment, both in our in our country's history and in my own life. And we are facing unbelievable challenges. Our economy, healthcare. People are losing their jobs here in New York, obviously, and so. And for me, I've grown up here. I've lived here all my life. I love New York, and and going into politics is something that people have asked me about forever.
Forever. You hear the ever?
Forever.
She stinks.
Wow.
God, we're left with her. Are you kidding
me?
Last
of the line.
You had John.
That's it.
You had JFK. You had all of them.
That's it. The soil is out of nutrients. she is a dust ball.
You got to rest that field for a decade.
Yeah, you got to kind of rotate the crop. Ugh. She stinks.
That's really good. And then there's a second clip here. If there's more, hit that bell for us so we don't have to hear this twice.
Of course.
I am an unconventional choice. I understand that. I haven't pursued the traditional path, but I think that in our public life today, we're starting to see that there are many ways into public life and public service, and it's not as all our institutions are less hierarchical than they used to be. And so, I think that I bring my life experience to this, and that includes being a mother. I understand sort of those choices that women make.
Oh my God,
Eric Douglas of Kennedy's.
He's an idiot, but what a crutch that is. Wow.
17 in 2 clips that were barely over a minute.
17
17
What do you know? Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's so that's done. Here's the thing, right, Rich?
Here's the thing. What I'm saying.
Number one, first of all.
Well, what happened to
and there's not a second of all,
Wait, that's the one that what do you call it? Neil Diamond wrote that song about, isn't it?
Sweet Caroline. Mm-hmm. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed, so good,
Oh, she was like 7.
Yeah,
I know.
Sweet Caroline.
I know. We did that bit. That was,
and apparently her vocabulary got no better.
I
know the struggle.
All right. Well, there you go. So that's done. Thank God. Hey, what's up with Obama taking the oath the second time?
I guess they are not taking any chances with this one. Any opportunity that anyone could think of to throw this guy out of office.
Dude.
So they just, it's a technicality, the swearing in. The Constitution says that at noon on the 20th of January, you're the president, regardless if you take an oath or not. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much just a thing, a tradition.
I think it's for him, though, because that is such a huge moment. The whole world's watching, and it's a mess up there. So I think he wants a nice, clean version of that.
Steve from Bayshore, I can't even read it, but...
Really? Bravo.
And I think New York State needs me, Didn't that guy used to say that all the time?
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
I don't know who that was. Back when I was a little kid in the 40s.
But he wasn't the one that messed up when they were doing it.
Now they're switching blame to the.
Not switching. They said Roberts all along, but we jumped on and said, "Look, Obama, messed up a bit there."
Obama jumped the gun by starting it before Roberts finished the line he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Line. Yeah.
And what did I say about Biden? What did I say? That he's going to be a problem because this guy. This Biden wants the spotlight so bad. He pretty much thought that everybody was there for him.
It's about him. Did you see?
He walked the entire parade route, right?
Yeah.
And he's waving like, "Look, man, thank you for coming out to see."
No Secret Service.
Nothing. They don't give a crap about him.
Crowd surfing up Pennsylvania.
Right. See, because they're not dumb down there in Washington. They knew no way could you have 2 black guys. You can't have a black president and a black vice president. And they also said no way could you have a black president and a woman, or no way you can't have a black president and a young dude. So they went black president, old white dude to just kind of make it a little comfortable for some of us.
Yeah.
Not all. I understand that. And Biden is just such the odd man out.
He thinks it's all about him, though. You're absolutely
right. And he
right.
made a joke, and Obama's face was like, "Whoa, Joe, slow down a little bit."
Was he joking about?
Do we have that clip?
Oh,
we
no.
better have that clip.
It wasn't how do you babysit Velcro joke? No? Okay. Oof.
Not the tree one.
It wasn't how many something about towering a roof? No?
No, nothing like that. Jesus.
The joke didn't end with sticking anyone to a wall, did it? Okay.
I guess if we had someone actually producing the show, we'd have the clip in front of us right now. Because it was one.
The warden?
It was one of the big
punchline?
stories yesterday, but why would we have it? No, not.
Oh, okay.
Very good. But basically, he had to swear in some people.
Yeah.
And Obama, they're at some kind of press conference, and Obama goes, all right, Joe, if you will, why don't you swear those people in or whatever? And Joe's like, I thought I did that already. And Obama's like, well, you did the one group, but you have to do the second group. And then he made a joke like, oh, well, I guess my mind's not as good as Roberts.
My memory isn't as good as Justice Roberts.
Right. And it got
slamming Roberts.
And it got an awkward chuckle, and Obama's looking at him like, what the F?
Shut up there.
Mark my word.
Right.
This is the beginning. Mark my word. Watch this situation very closely. This Biden, I know a lot of guys like him, but he is all about him. He is a me bird.
Yeah, he's always been. He wanted to be president.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's second fiddle, but he's jumping around like, all right, you got this guy.
Right.
But, look at me.
Right. He's the attention seeker.
I'm a white guy. Pay attention to me.
He's that one relative we all have.
The attention.
Looking for a little more attention than everyone else.
And they should really deserve to get.
Right, exactly.
Of course.
So we don't have the clip, I guess, no?
It's coming in.
It's coming in. That's good. Why have it while we're talking about it? Jesus.
Oh, it was recorded? I didn't catch that part.
Huh? Yeah.
It was people in there and everything.
Yeah, it was one of the big, things happening yesterday in Washington. This isn't an obscure thing that I found on my own. Just turn on the TV. It's everywhere.
Around.
So get it for us.
How long do they videotape or go into the White House and, do a play-by-play of what the president is doing now? How long, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, when will this end?
When will
Because
that-
you're right. Because I couldn't watch the news yesterday. I tried. I watched a little bit of it, but it was pretty much just a retrospective of the day before. Well, let's look back on yesterday.
Okay.
What? I saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see it again.
Edwin.
It's like watching the towers go down. I don't want to see it anymore.
I think
Edwin. Edwin, don't you know? You know.
Thank you to Radio Guy in Brooklyn. Okay, here's the oath thing. I want to know why they did this. I didn't follow this story yesterday as closely.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear. I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. And will, to the best of my ability. And will, to the best of my ability. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations again. Thank you, sir. All right, so we go.
And it's for the coolest. There's 12 more balls. And
What was that line? I didn't hear that. Hard to hear.
Dirty.
I heard balls.
He said, and for the crew or the pool list, there are 12 more balls. Someone was trying to say they're going to do it all over again.
There were only 6 guys in the room.
It was a very small crowd.
right.
It was in the White House.
That one.
I heard it. It was like it was like a callback for the swearing in.
It's easy to divide by 2. That's why I was able to say it so fast.
Oh,
My math skills stink.
oh, here it is. Brian in New York. Brian,
Yeah, what's up, guys?
what's up, buddy?
Yeah, Joe Biden's jumping around like Giuliani's kid at his swearing in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad someone else noticed that, because when you were watching the festivities, that Biden was working that whole platform up there, and he's winking, and he's kissing, and he's hugging, and he's like, ta-ta, just working the room, but it's not about you.
He must have just been looking ahead going, good, I should be the guy walking up there.
Yeah, right?
I should be up there.
He's like the center trying to, outdo the quarterback.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about you.
Just sit down.
Nobody cares.
Shut it.
There's no Biden plates.
You want publicity, you gotta shoot someone in the face, apparently, like Cheney did.
Go hunting.
Because no one cared what Cheney was doing.
Well, Nick and PA, I don't have time to get to him. He says maybe Biden is trying to be like Cheney and have power over Obama.
Yeah, everyone said Cheney was pretty much the mastermind behind the Bush administration, but I don't believe that. I think
No, Biden's just happy to be there. Here's what Biden did yesterday.
Joe, you want to administer the oath?
am I doing this again?
For the
Senior staff. All right.
A number of the cabinet members have already.
My memory is not as good as Justice Roberts, or Chief Justice Roberts. Does anyone have the... No,
Obama gave the look like, oh boy, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
The honeymoon's over between those two, I'm thinking.
They don't seem like they legitimately like each other.
Obama needed them.
Like Bush and Cheney seemed like, they got common interests, oil,
Yeah.
things like that.
Money.
Which money, Southern money, crap like that. But believe me, I'm not one of these stupid liberal. Let's have the oil, man. Whatever. Your family made a fortune in oil. God bless you. Have fun. But they did have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
These two, worlds apart.
I think so.
Yeah.
Obama obviously needed an old white guy, and he found one. I can't think of anyone else he could have picked because he really needed old white guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Strom Thurmond. He was dead. Would have been yeah. Well, I was saying that would have made a nice pairing too. Make a sitcom out of that one.
And thank God you live on Long Island because after the break, there's a racist Facebook page out there getting some New Jersey worker in trouble.
Oh, really?
We'll get into that. And speaking of racist stuff, we got an update on the Hitler boy.
Little Hitler
update.
He is adorable. What a cute little kid. Did you see him?
I love it.
I want to tussle his little hair.
I want to get Rich Voss's angle on this whole thing after the break.
Little Hitler? How could Rich not love Hitler?
Little Hitler?
He's adorable.
I love how he waves to his friends.
Well, and more Obama stuff, of course. Just opening the White House to the average Joe yesterday.
What is he?
Making all sorts of statements in his first day. And then you got, I don't get this one. Boys give testimony for football camp hazing. We got another one of those hazing stories. And I think it's the same high school that has...
No, not the pine cone.
With a pine cone?
I think. I'm not positive. Maybe someone can help me out on this.
Danny's shaking his head.
It's a different one? Because I think that high school also had a little problem recently, too.
Yeah, no, this was a football camp in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
The alleged instrument was a broomstick.
Danny likes keeping track of these stories. The sexy stories, he calls them.
Keeping it hot so you don't have to. 877-212-ONA, Opie and Anthony. Oh, we're such dicks. Good morning. Opie and Anthony on your radio dial.
Sometimes you just gotta, throw the ballast over the side, my friend.
Ixnay.
Oh, I'm ixnaying. It's just,
For the people that think we're inside at times, all this stuff makes its way to the radio eventually.
It's like Lost.
Because I understand how that is, where you're like, what the hell? Why don't you just tell us? In time, my friend. In time.
It gets tied up in the end.
Yeah.
I won't ruin it for people that have DVR, but Lost had a 2-hour premiere.
Yeah.
Last night. And
are they still lost?
Apparently, yeah. But they do flashbacks and flash forwards, so they show them like 3 years later, and they show them 3 years earlier, prior to the crash and everything.
Yeah.
And it was 2-hour with a 1-hour kind of a recap in the beginning. Really, really good. A lot of stuff. Like I was hoping there would be a lot of stuff and not a lot of like just filler.
Yeah.
But they loaded the show up with a lot of really cool new storyline stuff, and I'm digging it.
I missed the boat on that one. I'm kind of bummed. Do you think the final episode is going to be called Found?
Your mic isn't on, Rich.
Rich isn't. What happened, Rich? What are you saying there, buddy?
Well, you're saying there's new storylines. There's still 80 they have to tie together from last year.
I'm not saying there aren't a few loose ends.
Loose ends?
A few, my God.
A few loose ends. But, no, every new thing that happens kind of gives a little bit of an answer to the old one. Although there is a time, not so much time travel, that always sounds so silly and everything, but, time displacement thing going on that refutes a lot of the theories that were in a little movie called Back to the Future. So I was watching that with interest, just going, that's interesting. But a good show, great premiere, and looking forward to next one.
Well, see, these shows, we usually get them all on box sets. Okay, so I watched every season of 24.
People ruin it. People ruin it for us on I got to watch it the second it happens if I'm really interested in the show, because I'll look down at Pal Talk or an email or something like that, and people go, hey, did you hear blah, blah, blah's dead? And you're like, thank you.
You know what?
Just ruin that for me.
You're not smart. I'm into a show right now, and I'm digging it. Not going to tell you which one it is.
But I'll watch Lost.
Because I'm watching the box set.
Oh, yeah?
It's a great show. And it could be ruined for me. That's why I'm not going to mention what the show is.
Queer as folk. I know. You told me.
So right now on the show I'm watching, Lou and Mary just meet.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
But I watched my box sets, and I'm watching 24 this season, and why I don't like it, like when Bonnie was in Canada, I had the 6th season, and I got to watch like 4 in a row at night. So,
4 episodes?
Yeah.
4 seasons.
4 seasons, stupid.
Well, it's just an hour, right?
Frankie Valli.
So it's a day.
Well, so like one episode of any of these shows, I'm slobbering, isn't really enough. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, when you're able to sit down and watch a box set like that, you don't just watch one episode and go away.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
You sit there for hours.
The box set is definitely ruining your viewing experience because when you're into a show, you're right. When you see one, you're like, I got to wait a whole week. What are you nuts?
Here's what
in this
I do.
Day and
Though.
age? Hell no.
Here's what I do though. Like last night, I DVR'd Lost, the whole thing, and didn't start watching it until I knew I could fast forward through every commercial.
That's smart.
So I watched goddamn Superbad. Is so goddamn funny.
It gets better and better every time you watch it,
I just watched it for the second time, and I hadn't seen it in probably since it came out. I was laughing my ass off last night. There is some genuinely funny-ass parts in that movie. Mm-hmm. I was just, alone and laughing like a retard.
Really?
In my house, yeah.
Never saw Superbad?
No, any of those.
You do have to have a certain type of sense of humor. Because I know people that have been like, oh, the movie sucked.
Who's saying that?
There are people that say that. I don't know them, but they email or say something. But it's one of those movies that you have to have kind of one of those, growing up and like you'd watch Animal House and laugh your ass off, and some people would be like, Caddyshack is the same thing. This was that type of movie where some people just aren't going to get it, but hysterical, man.
But if you think Caddyshack is not funny,
there's something wrong with it.
Then I don't want to have any interaction with you whatsoever.
When he turned that old couple around,
right? Just dumb. Yeah, right. This way. I know. It's just.
I mean, the ending was very disappointing, but who cares?
They had to end it. Back then,
it was the journey, not the destination.
Yeah,
right.
Back then, they just ended movies, like especially comedies. They had no way to really get out of a comedy that was a lot of slapstick and stuff, so they just kind of ended them.
I'm raising my hand, Anthony.
Yes, Mr. Hughes,
because you're quite brilliant when it comes to this type of things, and we think alike. Worst ending to a comedy ever. And let's not talk about comedies that were mediocre. We're talking those over-the-top, holy crap comedies.
I will tell you, and you will know it, yes.
I know we're on the same page. Wait,
Downfall.
We will write our answers down, my friend.
All right.
Do we have any game show music?
I need a pen.
This will prove that Ed and I think alike. I have no doubt. You want to bet, Rich?
No.
We'll write down the same answer?
To a comedy. The worst ending to a comedy.
Comedy ever. And we're not talking about comedies that suck. We're talking about a comedy that most people will go, wow, that was a really good movie. Thank you. Watch how Ed and I work when we feel like working together.
Nice. For the match?
Mm-hmm.
So exciting. I hope I match.
You can play along at home, too.
I scribbled.
We'll see how many people are going to get the match.
All right. First, we're going to go to Charles Nelson Anthony.
Oh, wow.
We're looking for worst ending to a really good comedy.
Ending to a really good comedy. Movie was funny. A lot of laughs. Very irreverent. And then the ending came and just it was nothing. It was a horrid ending.
And we'll show Rich at the same time. Ready?
Oh my goodness!
I knew it. I didn't even have to
Yes.
Really? I didn't see it.
Yes. Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Worst ending to a really good comedy ever. Maybe someone out there will disagree. Maybe this is open for a little bit of a discussion. But the movie
had no ending.
The movie ends in a Hollywood cafeteria.
Yeah.
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Right. That Long Island accent's coming back, man.
How many hours are there in cafeteria? It's almost Chicago, too.
I think I got to go on.
Hey, I got to go to the cafeteria.
I think I got to hit the road and do radio in another town for a while because that Long Island accent, which is the worst in America, is starting to creep back. It's creeping in.
What do you think of Pineapple Express? Did you laugh at that?
I'm embarrassed to say I've never seen it.
Didn't see it.
I'm waiting for it to be on demand, and for some reason they will not put it on demand for me.
I don't go to the movies.
Yeah, no, you wait.
Why would I?
Well, we went to see Milk.
Did you?
I saw Milk.
Yeah, I saw Milk.
Yeah. What do you think?
Hot.
I had 2 orgasms. No, I thought it was.
I thought it was a really good movie.
It was a good movie. I think
the gay stuff. Look,
Yeah.
I'm in a little bit with the gay thing, but
Only when the guys were
Only
kissing?
that part.
I think.
look, I'm open minded enough to go. All right, I could deal a little bit. I'm not 12 anymore, 14, 15 anymore, but
I think
it gets a little rough in that movie, man.
I think Sean Penn a little overacted in that. He just
really
a little gated too much. You know what I mean? When
are you kidding me? When they showed the real guy at the end of the movie, he played the part perfectly.
Yeah.
Although Sean Penn didn't want to go all in with the brown yellow teeth like the real guy had.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had teeth like he was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
He probably wasn't eating that. You'd think he'd have pearly whites.
Looks like he was
peanut butt.
It looked like he was eating some bad, if you know what I mean.
You'd think he'd have the whitest teeth I'd ever come across.
Did you see Doubt?
No, I want to see that. I want to see that. Milk was all right.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Did you notice? We'll say it again because the movie's pretty hot and it's up for some Oscars. Did you notice that Sean Penn made some kind of deal like, look, I'll give you one heavy man-on-man kiss scene, but that's it. Because then every time he kissed his lover, the rest of the movie, there was a shadow in between the lips and stuff. So so you just had to imagine, okay, they're doing their thing right there.
But they wanted to show you.
It was from behind.
They wanted to show you at first so you could just know that that's what they were doing in the shadowy scene.
I'm sure there was a negotiation that went on with Sean Penn's people and the movie people. Like, look, he'll give you one really good one, but don't expect anything else. Don't expect any Brokeback Mountain moments from Sean Penn.
Well, but
spit scenes.
You got it. It doesn't. It's not only just one take. He might have only did a.
No, that was a one-take kiss.
You think so?
Cut, print, perfect.
They probably set up 20 cameras. Like, look, one of these angles will work. I'm doing this once and once only.
That would be a good contest here. Not gay guys, but they have to come in. 2 guys have to make out and see the best make out with 2 guys that aren't gay.
All right. When the Rich Voss show is on the air, you can do that. Yeah.
Why does it make you uncomfortable?
Let's slow down a little bit.
Gay or funny?
Let's slow down a little bit.
What?
You think Rich is onto something?
Maybe. I mean, first of all, we'd have to get an amazing prize, like cold hard cash, and tell the guys around here, look, you're doing this for the money.
Is it like
we're making believe we're filming a scene for a movie?
One of those old time kissing contests where you have to keep kissing. And then the last people that are left. So you get a room full of guys? And they have to keep kissing. And the last couple left wins the cash.
And we have, not just, we got to have, Barry guys like Steve. You got to have just
twinks.
Yeah, just twinks, bottoms, tops.
I know Sam's in, that's obvious, but we need one more guy around here. And I don't think we're going to find it. No, we can make it even more legit. We get the scene from Milk. So now they're just reenacting the famous scene from Milk that's going to be up for some Academy Awards.
You know what, though? There's a monkey wrench thrown into the whole thing.
Yeah.
We can't discriminate contests based on sexual preference. And if 2 gay guys come up, winner. They could just sit there and start making out.
I'm talking just our staff.
Like I said, 2 gay guys. Steve.
Have you heard the show?
And
it couldn't be any gayer. All right, well, there you go. So Blazing Saddles, where were we? Comedies, Superbad.
Talk about that, and then
Lost.
I DVR'd it, so no commercials. Dude, I like that. I hate overshooting the runway though. When I'm so bad at that, I know some people, man, that I got to give it up to my ex. She could nail that friggin' show, just on 4th gear with fast forward on the remote, and then bam, stop it right when the show starts. I'm like, hey, that's a familiar character. And it's halfway through the scene till the next commercial, and I stop it, rewind. It takes me I should just sit through the commercials.
You nailed it. My girl does the same thing. Stops on a dime.
It's a chick thing.
And I'm like,
they're able to do that.
And then she laughs at me as I'm trying to do the same thing.
And they go, give me the remote.
Right, yeah, they
just
get frustrated.
Give me it. And you give it to them, and you're emasculated.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't hit the mark on this. And then you hit it, and you go, that was a good one. Like you're retarded, and you just did a math problem.
Hey, and Steve from Chicago, you'd rather do that contest with guys rather than girls? No, we were just kind of having a little silly fun there. Relax.
And girls will just kiss each other anyway. It's not like they don't even need prizes.
And that's icky, right, Aunt?
Yeah. So disgusting seeing girls kiss, especially hot young nubile girls making out and touching
With
each other.
boobies that don't move when they're doing jumping jacks.
Oh, stop
who
talking
wants
about
that?
it. I'm
Who
getting
wants that?
nauseous.
Yeah, but
Who wants two youthful, hot chicks
Hot.
kissing?
Oh, maybe an ass grab.
Right. When you can get two middle-aged guys going at it.
Right. No,
come on, how funny would that be to
they
see a
get done-
bunch of guys in here making?
Oh, did you see the guy collecting his money with whisker burn?
Look,
like his face is all red from whisker burn?
That would be great.
I would be in if we call it the Rich Voss bit. We're doing the Rich Voss bit today.
Well, it doesn't,
And I'm
well,
just
you
an
got-
observer.
You gotta get
Good out.
listeners.
Yeah, that's an out for us.
Good out. The Rich Voss bit.
Speaking of the Rich Voss bit, Danny, are we doing the Rich Voss bit today? We should do that. Get some celebrities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rich Voss is just. We got to do your celebrity bit today.
I'll knock him out. I've been knocking him out every time.
Maybe get some
certainly
people in
have.
the news today. We'll do people in the news with Rich Voss.
Oh.
New Jim Carrey movie, I Love You, Philip Morris. Apparently he's kissing Ewan McGregor.
Ian. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Some big, apparently this was all the talk of Sundance. He's been running around telling everybody how delicious the kisses were.
Is that like the... Yeah, that's him. Oh, he's so wacky. Is that like the whole box office draw thing now? Just get guys up there to start making out?
That's what gives you an Oscar.
It's going to give you that Oscar, or at least get your film like really out there, distributed, making some money.
Yeah.
Get some buzz on it.
By the way, I got my ear to the O&A community, and they're like, wow.
Your ear?
Ear.
Are you in it too?
My ear.
Your ear. Okay.
Yeah, the show's a bit gay. We got to like get some hotness back into this somehow.
Some goyles.
Somehow.
James.
I blame the lawyers though, because what happened was the lawyers took the naked chick away from us.
Yes.
The naked chick, and we could do some fine stuff with naked chicks on this radio show. So then we went, well, all right, we'll do naked guys then. I don't know what happened.
Apparently that's fine, and I don't get that either.
Yeah, what's going on with the lawyers that they allowed, naked guy on guy stuff, but not girl on girl stuff?
Wait, they would let a naked guy because
Yeah.
That's what upsets me because when you're
Iraq.
watching a movie, you'll never see the whole guy naked, but you'll see the girl.
Yeah, it
you know
bums
what I
you
mean?
out, right?
Well, it doesn't bum me out, but
You
what
just
I'm
said
saying,
it upsets you.
Well, I don't mean it upsets me like that. What I'm saying is,
How sad do you get, Rich?
Yeah. Do you, when they pan down and just stop at the belly button line with that line of hair, do you go like, oh, in the theater? Damn it! Come on, pan down.
Why are you teasing me?
You tease.
drill this hole for nothing.
Oh.
All right, E-Rock ran in with something and gave me a huge thumbs up. We might have to switch gears here. What do you got, E-Rock?
This
Bad
is
hair? Besides bad hair.
I'm sure the list goes on, but
A huge pelican neck and a big beer
God.
belly. What else do you got going on?
I was leaving you alone, not the hair there, Pally.
Anyway, this comes from Detroit, out of their Fox News affiliate out there.
Yeah.
They're discussing the physical relationship of the Obamas. And that's pretty much all we can say about it.
The physical relationship of the Obamas, meaning like a family tree?
No, meaning like their affection towards each
Their
other.
lovey-dovey crap?
Their lovey-dovey stuff. Okay, I thought you meant like relatives and stuff.
No.
Uh-huh.
Really? And it's good?
It's good. We just
Don't comment afterwards?
Yes.
Like keep it very vague?
keep it vague.
It'll
In other words, expect Rich to screw this up royally
I'm gonna be-
when he says something stupid at the end of it.
I'll be quiet. I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
This is called a standalone piece where
Yes.
you just understand it.
Stand alone.
You just understand what's going on
It's
here.
like a Monet.
All right.
Just stand back and look.
Well, the media was just over the top with how much in love these two are.
Yeah,
A lot of hand-holding. and
They brought in a love
affection.
doctor expert to discuss the relationship of the Obamas.
All right.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle.
I hate these experts, man.
Yeah.
We got to do a whole
God,
freaking show on the expert that goes on TV and talks about love and relationships, and I hate these people. What are you doing there?
That reminded me of something I saw last night, so I'm actually jotting it down so I don't forget.
All right, good. Right after this, you'll talk about it?
Jot it down, Ralph. You got to jot it down. Yeah.
All right. First this, though.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting with
See,
Stand down.
Rich. That's why I'm clapping. I'm trying to behave.
Okay.
All right, I got to back that clip up.
Look. There's even a joke there. Look.
Just say look.
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 Everyone.
Just look.
Calm down.
All right.
Calm down, everybody.
All right.
Get out the exits, stand on the wings. Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, where's Sully when we need him?
Sully,
we need you to save us.
Bring this one in. Let's leave it to Sully.
Gentlemen, what you just heard, hope it's, you just leave it alone. I'll take care of business. It's okay. Seems a flock of birds have hit the show. Don't worry. Just don't say anything.
Wow.
Well, all right. Well, listen. Let me play that again.
Yeah.
You know what? Where's Sam, by the way? This is perfect for the beep game. Let's do a little beep game with this, too.
It really is. That is true.
Because there's a lot of ing words here.
I haven't done that in a while.
Let's do the beep game afterwards. But first, here's the original clip.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting with one another. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're physically bonded to one another.
Oh, my God.
No, she didn't.
I have another contest we could have here.
Rich.
Yes,
This was part of their local affiliate stuff in the morning. So this was during.
Did anybody pick up on anything and make a face, make an awe?
No, they kept the camera on the actual love doctor expert there.
Yeah.
They didn't cut to the rest of the people, but that's all the clip had.
Sam, do the bleep game immediately.
Wow.
I have a.
Very good.
You can't ask
Fine.
questions about this without getting in trouble. It's just you can't ask.
There's nothing to ask. We've all seen when they greeted each other on the stage.
Yeah.
During the primaries, I believe, they would take their fists and bump them together on stage, like you do if you have a cold or something, and you don't want to shake hands. You give a little fist bump.
They love to fist each other.
Yeah, and that's what they were. That's what that girl was talking about in that clip.
That's what. Yeah, because my.
Rich Voss, we're going to have to ask you to, please, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will get us thrown off the air.
Rich Voss is the guy. We're in the middle of this bit. If we were on a plane, we would be tackling you and restraining you.
You'd be getting sat on by lacrosse players.
Rich would be that guy like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. And he's like trying to open the door of the plane.
Open the actual door.
What's wrong with you? Sometimes these standalone bits are just that.
Clam up.
Many different angles to look at this.
Yes, there is. But just, it's a standalone.
Okay.
It's a standalone.
Is that radio talk?
It's this show's talk.
Hey,
not allowed.
Kevin from Connecticut. I smell bit. Maybe we could do a little something. Maybe just the chorus of what you're getting at. Kevin from Connecticut writes, wasn't that a Journey song? Love and touching.
No, they said love and touching, a feeling. I think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
yes,
if we take just that piece of that song, Sam, I'm talking to you in the office, and then do the bleep game in that song just to kind of make this bit a little stronger.
I hear you.
See, we like to do all our show prep right in front of you.
On the air. Right. It makes it so much easier for us, which is really the end game here.
Look, it allows us to sleep an extra hour. Give us a break. But, Sam, maybe you could do love and touching, blanking.
Right.
Keep the loving and the touching part in there. What was he writing down? Let me see.
Now he's just making immature drawings on the cover of the newspaper.
Aren't you like 58? What's wrong with you? Oh my God, Rich.
Benjamin Butthead. You're a child.
I got to hear that again. After the break, this is the big radio tease. After the break, we'll do the bleep game with this fine clip you just heard.
Yeah.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting with one another. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're physically bonded to one another.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And if that,
What? Go ahead, what?
and if that doesn't bond you,
It is a very, it's kind of like a buddy thing.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Now we got to wait for the EMTs.
All right. Look, we better take a break.
Was that really? That was.
Brace for a crash. Brace for a crash.
Opie and Anthony. Definitely having a good one today. Opie and Anthony, starring Rich Voss today. We like to do this from time to time. For the people around our age, give or take 5 to 10 years on either side, we point out stuff that makes you realize your life is just flying by.
By ridiculous rate.
First of all, Heath Ledger, this is not one of those, but might as well throw this in the mix. It was a year ago today. That was a quick year, huh?
get out of here.
That was a quick year.
Wow.
Wow.
Year ago today.
Feels like yesterday.
It does, right? For real.
It got,
Well, not yesterday. That's kind of pushing it.
Well, that's the saying.
A lot of Journey fans out there.
Yeah?
This will make you feel a little old. Steve Perry, the big 6-0 today.
No way.
The
Wow.
big 6-0. So when I was listening to Journey, not so much these days, Steve Perry is now older than my father was when I was listening to Journey.
Wow. You start pulling this person was younger than I am now stuff.
Oh, I know.
Ooh, that freaks you out.
Oh, I know.
Here's one now, today, John Lennon dead. I couldn't.
He died today?
What are you?
Oh, you're doing today in history? Oh, is that what you're doing?
This sucks.
Rich.
Oh, I see. You're doing today in history, like they do that little clip in the paper. Like,
Well, that's why it was a year ago.
today. Oh, I see.
Today.
Today.
Not a year and maybe 2.5 months ago today.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying.
That's
people-
my quick math. No, it'd be a year and
Oh, wow.
a month and...
What else happened a year
Oh, my
ago
God.
today?
Well, no, it's not a year ago. Jesus. It's just today. Like Steve Perry is 60 today.
Oh, okay.
Which makes you feel very old because we all remember the young Steve Perry.
So a
That's
year
what I'm
ago-
getting at.
A year ago
Well, that's
today,
what
he
got
was
me
50.
also. Funny enough,
Yeah.
stupid Rich just said about John Lennon. He was 40.
When he died?
Yeah.
That's why I was bringing it up.
John Lennon was 40.
Oh, because things... All right, I got you now.
And then when you blow past that, you're just like,
Yeah.
"Eek."
Everyone remembers Ted Kaczynski. That little Unabomber thing,
Unabomber.
right?
Yes.
How many years ago you think it was, Ant? And B,
Then he got caught, or did it?
I'm not even trying to do the math. I'm just trying to use the force. And
pled guilty on this date
guilty.
how many years ago?
I will say 12 years.
All right.
Am I close?
Very close, 11.
That's what I was going to say.
Doesn't seem like 11 years is the
I was
point.
going to say 13. I should have went the other way.
The point I'm getting at. I think those are the only ones for today that make you kind of feel like your life is flying by. All right, we're gonna play the bleep game with that clip we played.
Yeah.
We gotta make it very obvious what we're about to do. That's how dangerous this thing is.
Yeah.
We just got a clip from Detroit TV where this woman is just like, instead of saying fist bump, said something else.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing. Now we're going to take that audio and we're going to beep it, and it's going to sound over the top outrageous to the point where we got to play the original clip as a reference point.
Yes, just so you know what was really said.
Right. We're going to do that in a few minutes. They're almost done with that. But first, we got a Hitler update.
Still dead, right?
Well, the kid from Jersey.
Oh, the adorable little Hitler child.
Yeah.
He's so cute. You see him? He's just a little... And it was his birthday, and then the parents...
No cake.
No cake for you. He wanted, the parents wanted Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Put on the cake, and they wouldn't put it on for the little kid. It's his birthday, for God's sake.
This is,
And how did that get to the news? Then the bakery went and called the news or something?
Some Budinsky over at the supermarket. Some blabbermouth over at the supermarket had to call up the press.
It was Goldstein.
Say Adolf Hitler wants a cake.
It was Goldstein Supermarket,
Oh,
right?
was that what it was? All right, maybe that is a little insult to injury.
Here's the thing which upsets me. Okay, the kid's name, I mean, the whole kid. First of all, the parents obviously don't want this kid to have a future.
Steve from Bayshore, cake is spelt differently than you spelt it.
Yeah.
It's there's an A in there.
It's not an I. Why is he using 2 Ks to spell cake?
But obviously they don't want this kid to have a job in life. It's like tattooing your face. Once you tattoo your face, you know you can only work certain places.
Yeah,
okay.
boardwalks.
Hitler. Okay, you know he's not going to be like a landlord or superintendent. Can you? I smell gas. You know what I mean?
You do bring up. That's a very good observation.
But he has the choice.
Whether you agree or disagree with what's going on there, there's a lot of employers out there. It'd be a little rough to hire a Hitler to their company.
He doesn't have to use the name. You know,
well, on a cake he wants it. You can't have your cake and be Hitler too. When
when he goes to get a job when he's older, he could say, my name's Dolph.
Yeah,
kind of,
the Fuhrer.
Yeah, just kind of modernize it a little bit.
Okay, so but what upsets me about so that's his name. But the bakery, who are they to decide what they like? I had a business card made up once, and it said, "Rich Voss, you know who the F I am." And the printing company wouldn't print that word.
Did you spell out the F word?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why wouldn't they print? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who makes these decisions? What's right?
They just didn't want to put a lie on the card.
I was just going to pass it out to my family.
It wasn't the word, it was the content.
Hitler. Where does the kid get a job?
Yeah, Hitler.
Well, we got an update. Last we left this story,
look at him.
They removed little Hitler from the parents, and the rest of the kids that had pretty good names too, right?
Yeah, Aryan Nation, Little Aryan Nation.
That was the
girl.
That was the name?
Yeah, it was a longer name. And then there's another one with like some name that I think Himmler's in there somewhere.
Cousin Mussolini.
But but of course the focus was on the adorable little cherub-faced Adolf Hitler. They had a problem, and apparently a neighbor, I guess, turned him in.
Yeah. So now the mom, she's
with
not
accusations of abuse.
Yeah, the mom's not supposed to talk whatsoever, but she couldn't keep her mouth shut.
Court-ordered gag order on this case, which is ridiculous because, and she said she came out because they need a lawyer.
Right.
How does the court order you to not speak about this? It stuns me that the court would order that you can't tell your side of this story when a neighbor uses tactics from Nazi Germany, where they would say, I believe a Jew lives next door. And then the SS would come up and sweep you away. And that's what this neighbor did to this family. Look at poor little Hitler.
And if you go to the house,
taken away.
If you don't know how to get to your house, you go down Main Street, you make 2 lefts, and the Third Reich. You'll get.
Oh my God!
This
is going great.
But so if you call, if you call and just make an accusation, that's enough. Like if someone called and said,
"Well, let's get the story out."
Well, he's giving it right now.
No, I got a clip.
Oh, a clip.
See, just because we don't know the full story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's your update on little Hitler.
So it was January 9th, after all the to-do over the children's names, that DYFS came to you. What did they say? What's their explanation?
Their explanation why the children were removed is because they felt the children were in danger for their lives.
Physically in danger?
They didn't say anything. All they said was the children were in danger there.
Psychologically? Physically?
They didn't say physically, mentally, nothing like that.
Okay. Do you understand why you might not appear sympathetic to so many people after naming the children?
Yes. But actually, we found their names in baby books.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they just popped up.
She's not supposed to talk.
From 1932.
Baby books. They still have that one in there, huh?
Come on.
No way.
Baby book?
No way.
Wow.
In baby books.
Right,
She's trying to,
just because a mother is full of crap doesn't mean you got to take a little Hitler away.
she's trying to claim it's just an innocent little name. Well, I'm starting to think they really railroaded this mother.
Yeah, they really didn't like. I'm sure the neighbors weren't very happy.
They're not happy that a kid's named Hitler. That's what this comes down to.
I think with
in America, you got to kind of accept this.
I believe the husband had prior domestic abuse allegations, if not charges against him, with a wife, an ex-wife.
All right,
but I don't believe that there were any with this wife. Oh, that's in.
I don't know. We got more. Let's see where they go with this.
Children.
Yes. But actually, we found their names in baby books. Their names, Adolf's name is actually in a baby book.
Adolf Hitler.
It states in there about Adolf Hitler how he was a noble wolf, a German noble wolf in one of the books. And in the other book, it states in there how he is an old German hero. How he helped Germany defeat in World War II.
Yeah. In history
that
books,
may not be the perception most people have that Adolf Hitler was a hero. Do you understand that may be the case?
They're unusual names. To me, they're unusual names.
Come on, she is, Come on,
she's
named
delusional.
She's not. She's trying to save her kids. She names her kid Hitler, and she knows why she named the kid.
In a baby book, it means noble wolf. Adolf means noble wolf. Steve from Bayshore says it. It's true. And if you were a German at the time, I guess you kind of dug the guy.
Adolf is in a baby book, according to Larry and PA.
Yeah.
We got a great one coming in from Matt on Long Island. I think he's a regular. Matt, how are you, buddy?
All right, how's it going?
Good, man.
I want to know, how are they supposed to find a good lawyer if they hate Jews?
Yeah, I don't know, just because they named their kid Adolf Hitler, if that makes them anti-Semitic. Does it? Rich Voss, comment?
Sam has brought in the bleep game.
I think what's...
Wow, Sam. Worked fast.
We'll get that on in a second. We got another clip from this mom as her kids were taken away from her.
Yeah.
Because they named it the little boy Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
And the girl was what?
Huh?
What's the girl?
Aryan Nation was in her name. It was like something Aryan Nation.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Himmler.
Hey, look.
She's like Nostradamus with the quatrains.
Yeah.
It was one letter off. It was Hister. A man named Hister.
We actually named it Heimlich, as in choking.
Yeah, see? Heimlich maneuver.
Right.
Had nothing to do
I named
with...
my kid after a maneuver.
Yeah.
Not a Nazi.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Himmler, which is completely different.
Get it right,
than...
I love how she's getting her little attitude in there. Yeah. It's different. Well, sorry. I mean, the one kid's named Hitler. God forbid we assume where you're going with these names.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Himmler, which is completely different than Himmler.
Again, I would ask, do you understand?
Gervils.
Yeah, right. And those aren't SS tattoos on her shoulder. I didn't have a punchline to go after it, though.
Coring.
Superman.
Just change one letter.
Yeah. I love the attitude she's got, but this reporter did a very good job. Most reporters would have backed down.
Yeah.
Again, I would ask, do you understand, though, that people might be offended by the concept that someone who was involved with the deaths of so many people might not be an appropriate name for a child?
Yes, I do. But they're just names. I don't see nothing wrong. They're just unusual names. You have the right to name your child what you want to name them.
Which is true.
You know what they gave him for his birthday?
What?
A Hess truck. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who doesn't love a good Nazi joke?
Wow. There's your update. She's talking. She's not supposed to be talking. Yeah. All right. If you're just tuning in, the guys found an amazing clip from a TV station in Detroit. You know, everyone saw the Obamas being lovey-dovey, and they had a love expert. Oh,
first of all, a love expert makes a faux pas like this and doesn't even realize she's saying it.
Right. Everyone else realized.
Yeah.
That's not what...
Some love expert.
Yeah. And that you jotted something down? You want to say that now?
No, we'll do this
right,
because it kind of stands alone.
Here's the original clip, which just is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we asked Sam to do some bleeps in the clip. We like to do this from time to time. It's a bit Craig Ferguson pretty much started.
Yeah.
And we have no problem admitting that because people come after us.
Funny bit.
Funny bit.
You know, use it.
Sure. But we have to play the original clip or we just get in trouble.
Yeah.
So here it is, the original clip.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting with one another. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're physically bonded to one another.
And then she uses the word bonded.
She certainly did, Opie.
I know. I'm just saying. That's all we can say about that.
Yeah. Just saying. That's all we could say about that.
So then Sam did some work on the clip.
Some beeping.
He did a little beeping, and wow, it hammers the point home.
All right.
I could say that, right?
Of course you can. You just did.
All right.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of even fisting. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're one another.
Oh, my God. Wow.
We played the original clip first.
Yes,
Best
we did.
one
Played
yet.
the original first.
Yes, we did, Sam. Yes,
Sam?
we did.
Bravo.
You know, sometimes when you add the ing from one word and put it at the end of the bleep of it, you just combine
It's
syllables.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something.
So you hate sex experts as much. You know what gets me is what it's like. You know what it is.
What gets me? How do you beep something, and it's worse than the unbeeped?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just astounding.
And just to bring it all home, because Steve Perry is celebrating his 60th birthday, so you take the Steve Perry Journey thing, you play off that clip a little bit, and
right.
You got that, Danny? And then you get this. For the Obamas.
Each other? Wow.
You're tearing me apart.
And scene.
Right. Cut, print, perfect. Oh.
And that's the brilliance of us, by the way. We're gonna pat ourselves on the back. We did all that on the fly. We don't need show prep. Show prep is for morning zoos.
Show prep. Yes. Show schmep.
That's right, Anthony.
How's Vince? Good?
That's right.
No update yet. We don't know.
Shut up.
So the love expert thing. What were you saying there, Rich?
Because when you see him on TV, you know what it's like. You know what it is? A love expert should be a hooker or somebody that comes in. Like when I was in rehab, the drug counselors that were ex-drug addicts were 10 times better and smarter than the counselors that went to school. Do you know what I mean? It's
on-the-job training with your
experts.
Doing drugs or
you read a book and
all the gangbangers when they do the little chats with them. It's former gang guys that seem to have the most influence over them.
Yeah, you can't read a book, a sex expert, please.
No.
And I want to go back to the Journey song. If you could cue that up. Oh, does the song continue, Danny, or is that where they cut it?
That's where we got it.
Oh, because Kevin from Connecticut goes, guys, as funny as that was, the next line was, now it's your turn, girl, to cry.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. There is a line in there.
All right, sorry.
Never listened to that song the same way.
Yeah. Huh. Well, what is your the thing you jotted down?
Oh, my little observation. I was watching Greta Van Susteren. Little Greta Van Susteren.
How tight is her face these days?
Well, I don't really pay attention to the way she looks. It was the story that was on.
Okay.
It's that little that murder of that girl by the hot mother.
and Kaylee.
The mother that's my type or something.
She looks like the last 10 girlfriends you had.
No,
Oh my God!
I just kind of find her
Boy,
a
do
little
you have a
attractive
type.
and vulnerable.
You certainly have a type, my friend.
Find her a little vulnerable.
Greta.
You love the Suicide Girls.
Yeah, what she's Her last name's
Casey.
Anthony, by the way.
Casey
right?
Anthony, right?
Casey
and
Anthony.
Kaylee.
Which one's the dead one? The kid.
I think Kaylee is.
Kaylee is the dead kid.
Kid was adorable too.
And then, aren't
give
they
it
all?
to your mom, and then just go
Yes.
do what you want.
They had clips of her on the phone from prison with her parents.
Yeah,
that
I
was
saw
pretty
that
interesting. Just looking at her all mad that she's, I'm in here, get me out. But that wasn't even it. I just found it odd that years after the initial OJ trial, where OJ got away with murder, we have a black president, and OJ's in prison, yet Mark Furman was doing commentary on Greta's show. He's got a gig, and OJ's in prison. So it filled me with a little hope that there is still hope for the white man.
How did you get from a dead baby? You
No,
turn
it was
into
just the
hope for
story
a
was
white man?
secondary.
Yeah.
It just stunned me that she goes, well, now let's go, because they had Michael Bodden on also.
That ghoul.
That ghoul was talking about like the condition this little girl was in. And it was just horrifying. But and then they're like, well, let's bring on our other expert, Mark Furman. I'm like, how did Mark Furman get a gig? But I guess he's been talking with Fox for a while. They bring
Long
him
time.
in as an expert.
Yeah.
And like nothing, but every time I see him, all I think is, there's the N-word guy.
It's the time thing. Enough time goes by.
Enough time went by?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's fine?
Yeah, it don't matter.
But did you think when OJ got acquitted and Mark Furman was destroyed, that in 2008 and then, 2009, we'd have a black president, OJ would be in prison, and Mark Furman would have a great gig.
I mean, yeah, at the time, William Ayers is a professor now, right? Isn't he a professor in Chicago?
Oh.
So I guess you could do anything.
Who? William Ayers?
Yeah.
A professor.
He's a professor.
Yeah, well, they're all professors. Aren't they? Aren't they all professors? Like these radical... Ugh.
Was Greta Van Suskin shot in the face?
Who?
What's her name? Greta Van Suskin? What's her name?
Yeah, David Susskind. What? Greta Van Susskind.
Hey, Puddle of AIDS, thank you. Going back to the Adolf Hitler story.
Should have been the first picture you popped up there.
Adolf Hitler's dad.
Yeah.
This is a true story according to NJ.com. Puddle of AIDS, thank you. Adolf Hitler's dad was pulled over on the way to the court to reclaim their children. He was going to get his children, but he was pulled over. And wait, he was going to just update. Sorry, guys. All right, here it is. Adolf Hitler's dad was pulled over on the way to the court to reclaim their children and give custody to their grandmother. So he was going to do that. However, the grandmother was so drunk that the police gave a sobriety test.
All right. So she likes to tip a few back.
Family doesn't sound quite right. Andy.
Let Grandma take Hitler.
But she's very drunk.
I'm so...
This is in Jersey.
Yeah.
This isn't in Alabama.
I know. When I first heard this, I thought it had to be some really backwoods down south.
But Jersey's a huge state.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different...
Jersey's got some problems. What are those people that live in the woods?
The Pine Barrens, down there.
Like albinos or
the
something.
albinos that live in the woods.
Albino midgets.
Something.
I don't know what it is. They got Jersey's full of freaks.
They got some weird areas.
Yeah, you go to South Jersey, South or North or South.
Yeah.
It's like
here's
the Jackson Whites.
The Jackson Whites. That's right.
Is there 5 of them?
They live in the woods and stuff, and they have sex with each other. I think.
Yeah, it's like some kind of X-Files.
Serious.
episode.
It's really creepy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a South Jersey radio contest. Where I don't know. Let's
go to break.
Wait, let me say Manhattan Comedy Club.
Where's the Manhattan Comedy Club?
I'll be at the Manhattan Comedy Club February 6th and 7th. It's a new club in Middletown, New York.
But
the Manhattan Comedy Club.
Why don't they call themselves the Middletown Comedy Club?
Because it's not as catchy as the Manhattan Comedy Club.
But it's not in Manhattan.
That's so true.
It's up in Middletown.
Okay, you know
I'm just
what?
trying to help these club owners. They name their clubs stupidly. It might be a nice place, but if you're in Middletown, call yourself the Middletown
Well, listen,
Comedy Club.
I've eaten in Subways, and it doesn't smell like piss in there, okay? It's just a name, stupid. All right? So it's the Manhattan Comedy Club in Middletown, February 6th or 7th. I'm telling you, listen to me.
Right.
You can go to the message boards, go anywhere. Any O&A fan that's seen Rich Voss on stage knows he's going to kill. You will never see the same show twice. I promise you, you'll leave having a good time. 845-346-4242.
All right, very good. On the way, we have a story about a football camp hazing. These stories
are always good.
Come out one a year easy.
God, they're so gay.
Football guys love
the gay.
Love the gay. Yes. And then you got some other things. I'm looking at them right now. Good stuff. Stay there. Opie and Anthony. All right. Opie and Anthony. Thanks for checking us out this morning. That's it? That's all we get?
That's all you get.
What the F, man? What was today's problem?
That's the only rejoiner. That's all you get.
I'm sick
They're
of our...
cutting back on rejoiner length for cost.
I'm sick of our rejoiners. We got to freshen them up. Somebody from the Philly crew gave me a whole list of songs we can maybe use.
Really?
So we're going to go through that, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Hip it up a little bit, you know?
Like hip?
Like hip,
In what way?
pop, hip, bop, 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 bop. I don't know, just some cool songs. So we gotta switch that up a little bit. Some quick hits for everybody. Anthony, I know you're very disappointed because you were hoping for the worst, but it's now coming out. No arrests, no injuries.
Oh, I know, I read
no significant property damage reported at the inauguration.
Yeah, that's
you were hoping that all hell would break loose, weren't
that's
you?
what one cop per person will do. You know,
I love how you can spin anything, my friend.
It's perfect.
I love how you can spin it.
Can't say that about the Notorious movie.
No, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, how is 1.6 million people down there.
Yeah.
No significant incidents reported, but one lousy showing of Notorious.
3 stabbings, a shooting, and 4 gold teeth stolen.
You think the movie's in 3D? Wow, this is realistic.
It's so you go into theaters and there's metal detectors.
Yeah, of course.
Theater, there's.
I don't get it either.
No, all right. So you got that happen. Fidel Castro believes in Obama.
Yeah, he hasn't blogged in quite a while, old Fidel.
No.
And he came out with a rousing endorsement for Obama. Makes me feel good.
Yeah.
The last friggin' bastion of pure communism is endorsing our president.
You got to think any day now we'll be able to book our flights to Cuba. I hear the beaches down there are just terrific.
Puffing on those Cuban cigars.
It's just
gonna
waiting
be
for
nice.
us.
Nice.
You lucky Canadians, you.
Yeah, they can go down there anytime they want because no one cares. It's like, what's Canada going to do?
Right. And then we're learning that they found the engine in the Hudson River and possible bird found in the engine. Or maybe that's the one they already had. I don't know.
Yeah,
but they found the second engine. They thought they lost both engines. Good old Sully doing his crash landing in the river there. And they found the second engine that was at the bottom of the river.
Yeah, they found some bird, what they think were bird parts in the wing.
With a turban. Do you know what?
Not a terrorism joke.
I made it into one, and it's funny. You laugh.
Yes.
But I don't know. I guess you guys did. I guess that's the job of radio show host. When this happened the day after, I mean, this was a big story. But there were some radio hosts that really were milking it. You know, they were getting bird lovers on, and I mean, when a cat called into one station, it was ridiculous. Where, okay, the guy landed a plane. That's his job, to land planes. Okay, so he did it on water.
In the water.
Okay, on water.
Yeah.
But what
You
think
see the
that's-
bottom of that plane?
It was a wreck.
It was a wreck.
Yeah, the plane
From
looks
skidding
great
on the
from
water.
the top. Yeah.
But if
You're one of those guys. It was no big deal.
Oh no!
You hit the water at about
no, of course.
170.
The big deal.
I think he was able to slow it down 120, 125.
I think more of the big deal was the decision to land it there.
Split second decision.
That was the deal. Was the decision?
He made that decision.
Not to go to Tito.
You got to think he made that decision knowing that people would die.
Yeah, he said it.
It worked out
he thought it would
great
be
for
a lot
everybody,
worse.
but he's making a decision like, well, maybe less people will die if I could land this thing in the river or crash this
But
in the river.
I think that's where his brilliance is it was the decision. The landing, okay, it worked out.
Yeah. You had to keep that nose up. I mean, it was...
keep your nose up.
It was quite
Striker.
impressive. Quite impressive.
All I know is I would have been the one guy walking out of the plane they would have saw with a Louis Vuitton bag on his shoulder. Okay, that was not sinking.
Dude,
your gay bag, you would have taken that with you.
That's what I got out of that whole
Pushed
thing.
you in the water.
That's what I got out of that. From now on, I'm not putting my Louis Vuitton above. I'm putting it right by my seat in case
Keep it, right.
So I can just pick it up and walk out on the wing.
You know,
I have to.
I've been studying those pictures a little more closely the last couple of days. There were a couple guys that had their carry-ons as they're hanging out on the wing waiting to be rescued.
Why not? If you got it. I usually put mine under the seat in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why and then if something happens, I'm grabbing that.
I guess you're right. I guess you would take it at that point.
Roll my stuff in there.
And also coming out today, the Hokey Pokey.
Yeah.
Is actually about doing cocaine, according to the son of the...
When I read this
is one of those dumb stories, right? Come on.
I had the song going through my head, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with cocaine. Ugh.
I know. When I try to get my cocaine, the guy never asked me to do the Hokey Pokey.
Well, the way you dressed, sexy.
You were doing the pokey. Where's the cocaine part? Yeah. Where's the cocaine part?
Old version.
Your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about.
Anyone?
I've never put my right foot in and out when I was doing coke.
Right.
Oh.
It was,
You put your right nostril in.
Put the 20 in. You roll the 20 up.
And you babble all about.
You babble all about.
Oh, my God.
You do the hokey pokey, then spend the whole night trying to catch the buzz you got off the first hit.
Really?
And it never quite comes
You
around.
sell your mom's stereo and turn 2 tricks.
And that's what it's all about.
Who would snort coke? What a waste.
Jesus, Rick.
That's how you start.
Got to start somewhere.
Well, you started smoking it? You didn't even start like snorting?
Oh, no, I did, but it was after smoke. It's like reading a book backwards. Who does that?
Snorting was the easy way to do it if you were like in a bar. You could just do one of those little out of the little brown...
Yeah, the little
thing with the little spoon on the lid. And then you do it in the bar. You can't be breaking a crack pipe out in the bathroom at the bar.
And then you get these guys that wanted to be so cool, and they grew their pinky fingernail long.
That was never cool.
Or they wanted you to kind of know that they did it.
Yeah.
So they're, wow, man, dude.
You want to bump?
You want to
Shut
bump?
it.
I know you. I want to bump. Shut up.
Bump.
But you look now, you think people are still like, since I quit smoking and I watch people smoke, like even, especially girls, I go, who does that? You know what I mean? And recently I was working somewhere, and I think one of the comments was so coked up, you could tell their mouth.
The jaw goes,
their jaw's
going sideways.
Oh, it's... See, and I used to try to pretend like I was so wired on coke, and people, I knew the jaw could tell, so no matter what, every 30 seconds I would just pretend and yawn. Like I wasn't, I would go,
your jaw spins around your entire head backwards.
You grind your teeth into $42,000 worth of implants.
Dislodging your jaw like a snake.
Right. Do you guys want to know?
Dead giveaway.
You want to know why the Hokey Pokey is a cocaine song?
Yes.
All right. The Hokey Pokey. The right hand in, right hand out ditty that sparked the 1950s dance craze has become the focus of a bizarre controversy in Britain that has drawn in politicians, the Catholic Church in Scotland, and soccer fans accused of exploiting the song's alleged anti-Catholic roots to taunt opposing teams. Anti-Catholic roots?
What? Boy, are they reading into this one.
All right, let's keep going here. Now, the son of the famed Irish songwriter. So that's what people thought the song was about. And, okay, I got you. Now the songwriter's son, Jimmy Kennedy, son of the famed... Wait, all right. Now the son of the famed Irish songwriter, Jimmy Kennedy, the man credited with penning the lyrics to one of the world's most familiar melodies, has weighed into the furor by revealing that what he calls the true inspiration for his father's hit, a traditional Canadian folk tune sung by miners, in the early 20th century as a drug anthem celebrating the therapeutic powers of cocaine.
I love Canadian miners.
Canadian miners sang this song. And
Yeah, it's a joke.
the song is known in Britain as
Very inside.
the Hokey Cokey.
The Hokey Cokey.
And was originally published by Kennedy during the Second World War as the Cokey Cokey.
Oh, well, that would be a little obvious.
Before various U.S. recordings of the Hokey Pokey gave the song and its accompanying movements global popularity.
How long was cocaine around?
You do the Cokey Cokey. Cocaine used to be like...
And Coke.
Yeah, really accepted.
And Coke.
Pharmacists would just dole
It was
out.
never in Coca-Cola.
The original Coke
really
had a
was.
little bit of Coke in
It
there.
really was.
Do you really believe that?
Yes.
It was. That's a fact.
Yes.
How is that a fact? That
An
means
urban
they would
legend.
have to have vats, big vats of cocaine in
They just didn't know any better. They thought like morphine was good.
First of all, they weren't selling Coca-Cola like they do now, with tanker trucks.
Well,
and
they weren't. Yeah, but they
had
weren't
a
selling
few
4 cans a week
places
either.
that was mostly in the soda shops.
Yeah.
And there was cocaine in it. It was that's the Coca in Coca-Cola. It's still the part of the name, and it was
for real.
It started out as a medical thing, as a medicine. It was some kind of energy elixir, and then it tasted so good that
Wow.
people started drinking
I'm
it.
surprised I didn't know that. I'm usually up on things.
Well, you got to watch the History Channel. I believe did a thing on that on Marvels or something.
I'm reading this book on people through history that were considered geniuses and why they're
and are asses
and their personal lives are all left up. And the crazy stuff these people got into because they just didn't know any better. Nitrix was a big thing. People thought that was
Laughing gas.
They thought that was healthy and better for you than oxygen. There was a whole movement that happened with that.
My favorite ever is the shoe stores that brought in X-ray machines. And these things were so dangerous and so radioactive. Like, it wasn't like an X-ray machine now that uses a very low dose of radiation. They protect you still with the lead. The doctor steps out. This was, they just knew that if you threw enough radiation at something, you could see through stuff.
Right.
So they put them in shoe stores so that you could look at the bones in your feet, and then the shoe guy would be like, well, if you look at this, we could tell you need this width of a shoe or different. They used it as like it was more of a kind of a conversation piece thing than real tool for a shoe guy. But it was, people would go in there all amazed. It was to get people in the store. And it was just leukemia. Kids getting leukemia like crazy because of these X-ray machines that if you even, I think everyone that worked in a shoe store back then died.
Yeah.
It's just irradiating everything.
When you read up on our ancestors and you look at old videos, they were just dumb people. How did we ever survive as humans? Like
Madame Curie, she wound up dying from radiation poisoning because she was just effing with the stuff all the time. That was her gig.
We talked about the big, tall Abraham Lincoln hats.
Big stovepipe hat.
That they wore in the winter. How does that hat keep you warm?
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, I know. Like the heat that's coming out of your head, by the time it gets to the top of that hat, it's cold, falling back down and creating probably a cold front. It's a frontal system in the hat.
Our ancestors killed animals because they were just bored. They didn't have the internet, but they couldn't figure out to get that furriness around their head and their ears to keep them warm. How stupid were they?
Kennedy wore a stovepipe hat at his inauguration. He was the last president,
Yeah,
so
but
it was around until...
He was a traditional guy. I think he was kind of like taking a page out of the...
But they did, a
old-timers' book.
lot of them did back then, still during these political hoopla, pomp and circumstance events, break out the old stovepipe hat and put it on. And that pretty much...
It was for show, though. It wasn't for heat or anything like that. It was for,
What was it for? Like, I'm a muckety-muck?
No, it was the upper class would wear that.
Oh, they would wear that?
I don't know. I'm just saying it. Pretend I know.
I remember in Oliver, like the bums would wear it and the thieves. They wore it too.
Well, thieves steal from the upper class.
Yeah.
That's like people were so dumb. My mother was the dumbest. When I was a kid, I used to take a bath.
Makes sense.
I would bring the radio in. You plug in the radio. I am not lying.
Okay, this explains it.
I would bring the radio into the bathroom, plug it in, and listen to it. but I would sit it right next onto the bathtub, and my mother never
Are
ever
you
said.
kidding
I
me?
swear to God, I'm not lying. Why would I make? And
You know she was outside the bathroom with her fingers crossed.
It's like, come on. I can't kill him myself, but if an accident happens.
Her ear to the door with her fingers crossed.
That thing would have fell in. I could have got electrocuted. Not could have. I would have.
No, you would have.
I would have.
Yeah, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what kind of parent lets you?
I remember doing that, though, like with the radio, because all you had was like a big dopey radio. But
Yeah.
I would keep it so far away from the bathtub. You're putting it right on the edge.
It was either
Thank
on
God
the
those
toilet
aren't
next
like
to
rounded and wet and slippery.
Yeah, it was the old day bathtubs that was flat. You know what I mean? Like the earth.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But see,
You sure you didn't just crank up a Victrola next
she
to
never,
it?
she never said anything. Good mom.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, like upset, she had fingers crossed.
Just to wrap up on the Hokey Pokey, I guess one other paragraph here. They were having a hilarious time singing and playing games, one of which they said was a Canadian children's game called the Kokey Kokey. I thought to myself, wouldn't that be fun? I guess this is the writer. Be fun as a dance to cheer people up. So when I got back to my hotel, I wrote a chorus based on the feet and hand movements in this the Canadians had used with a few adaptions. A few days later, I wrote additional lyrics to it, but kept the title Kokey Kokey, and as everybody knows, it became a big hit. So, loosely based, obviously, on some kind of cocaine thing.
How's it
Hokey Pokey?
So loosely.
But how's it anti-Catholic?
I don't know. I don't feel like reading further.
Yeah. Do the Jewy wooey.
Well, we know you'll be doing it without your kids.
Why?
'Cause they were taken away.
Oh,
that's a good callback.
A little Hitler.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'd like to do this break from time to time. Just the dumb stuff we thought were good for you, or our ancestors. We're not taking credit for their mistakes. Kevin in Jersey, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
You guys know where heroin came from, right?
Poppy seeds.
It was introduced to us by the Bear Aspirin Company.
Oh, yeah?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Google that. That's true, man.
You can find some old, labeling where it basically says this heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They put it in?
Yeah, they didn't know any better.
You can buy it over the counter.
Just made you feel good, I guess.
I don't know.
Give me a
sold
couple
a
of
lot of
Combs and a bottle of heroin. Yeah, great.
A lot of aspirin back then, I'm sure.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike in Boston. Mike. See, there it is. Hold on. Bayer, why don't you do this one, Danny? What do you got over there?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's kind of tough to read, but it's Bayer Pharmaceutical Products. We are now sending to physicians throughout the United States literature and samples of aspirin, substitute for blah, 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 heroin, the sedative for coughs.
Yes. You have a cough? Take some heroin.
Heroin hydrochloride. It's water-soluble salt. You will have... Call for them. Order a supply from your jobber.
Yeah, it's hard to read, but basically it's a product by Bayer where you had the aspirin to help the headache and that stuff, and then the heroin helped you if you had a cough.
Yeah, it certainly did. Just pass out.
Or a bad childhood.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Wow.
Stuff had to come from somewhere, you know? Had to be introduced somehow. So.
Shrinks were prescribing LSD in the 50s and 60s.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't make you flip out even more.
Yeah, you know.
LSD is probably the worst thing for your mind out of all the drugs.
Yeah, this one's actually a little better. It says heroin is preeminently adapted for the manufacture of cough elixirs, cough balsams, cough drops, cough lozenges, and cough medicines of any kind. 1 ounce package of heroin, $4.85
That's
per ounce.
a lot of money, man. Back then.
Acid. That's when I was in the mental institution, when I went on the 5th floor, because I had like a acid flashback or something. From
No
that
way.
Oh.
You were in the loony bin for a little while?
Oh, I was doing laps. It looked like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I was there. Well, my friends, I was flipping. I was losing it. And my friends go, well, maybe he needs a vacation. So they drove me to Florida. We drove down. I got to go home. So we stayed a night. We drove back. Then I checked in. I never told you that?
No.
That I checked in. And I was there. Because back then, what it was major anxiety. And they didn't know back then what anxiety was. So they gave me like Thorazine and Haldol. These were the drugs that you gave psychotics. So I was, besides anxiety, I was doing like the Thorazine shuffle. Like I would just walk in laps around the hospital like real slow. And I met there was a girl in there, and we would just do laps together. It looked like two mummies just walking around. And then my friend came to see me, and it was like I was on the 5th floor in the mental ward, and my roommate came to see me, and I go, I can't have company now. We're going for a walk, right?
Oh, wow.
They were taking
You were
us.
bad.
Oh, what do you mean? They were taking us for a walk, like that was a big thing because we were getting to leave
Going for
the
your big
hospital and go
walk,
outside.
sure.
We went for a walk, and it looked like, just 10 zombies walking down the street.
Don't even get me started. I've been in that situation many times, being the visitor.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Never, And I once had to stop my conversation because it was almost time for arts and crafts.
Oh, I made a nice. What are you kidding?
I'm like, can you finish up your conversation because arts and crafts start in 5 minutes.
I made a little box to put my cards in.
Wow. You made in
arts and crafts. Yeah, I made a box. Oh, it was horrible. I get anxiety now. I'm having major anxiety just talking about
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all right, Rich.
Well, we can continue with that. We could also go to the phones. They're lit about drugs they didn't know any better about in the past. And one of our favorite things to do with Rich Voss, I don't think it's old yet. I got in my hand a pile of celebrities, and Rich Voss is going to tell us who they are after the break. Opie and Anthony.
I don't think I'll ever get completely sick of this song.
I was going to say, for the people out there, this is one of your favorites. I saw you sing this a couple times over the years.
Yeah, it is nice.
Let's say hi to Greg in Florida, and then we'll move on to other things, maybe. Although the phones are real good right now. What's up, Greg?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, on my grandparents' farm, they used to have a radioactive vessel held about 3 gallons of water, and as kids, we used to drink from it because it used to keep the water cool on the hot days. Had a big cobalt blue radioactive symbol with a lightning bolt by the word. It's kind of messed up.
And you drank out of this thing?
That sounds good.
Oh yeah. I've over the years it disappeared, but yeah, we used to drink from that thing constantly. They're old farmers, so they didn't know any better.
I think the craziest thing I did growing up, and maybe a bunch of you are out there, you break the thermometer and play with the mercury.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was...
Yeah. And I think, I'm trying to remember, but in school they used to have a big thing of mercury, right?
Yeah, they had a big beaker of it.
Yeah.
And what was that used for? Because you would kind of pour a little out in your hands, like, look how it just kind of slides everywhere.
It was just how you kind of learned about liquid metal.
I think they actually allowed you to play with the mercury so you understood what it was, a liquid metal, right?
I believe they also were teaching you how to make mercury switches for when you went to Nam. Here's how it works, kid.
Yeah, but I remember playing with mercury.
Yeah.
You try to keep it in your hand and
mercury.
And if you swallowed it, you were dead?
Yeah.
How much of it do you
Not
need?
much. And now they're saying that those light bulbs, the CFLs, in each one of those, there's enough mercury to pollute 6,000 gallons of water.
Really?
I got those all over my house.
Yeah, they say they're...
Those spiral ones?
Yeah. They say the knee-jerk reaction to those is going to end up polluting our groundwater in about 10 years. So, welcome to the new world.
But you don't got to change them.
They just last for a long time.
Yeah, I wonder what Ted, the light bulb filament guy, would say to that.
Maybe tomorrow we'll find out.
Maybe we'll find out. Jot that down.
Yeah.
Film.
Let me see.
He only makes a couple a year.
Original 7-Up had lithium in it?
Oh, yeah?
Is that true? We'll look that up. And we'll screen the calls as we move on. Rich Voss in studio. You're playing the Manhattan Comedy Club.
Middletown, New York, February
Middletown,
6th
New
and
York.
7th.
Okay.
February.
We'd like to do this bid. You want to explain the bid, Ann, with the celebrity thing?
Oh, this is fantastic. Rich Voss looks at pictures of celebrities, from anything, entertainment, the world of the news, politics.
Sure.
And for some reason has a tough time with the names. Rich, you're kind of known to not get people's names right.
Right.
You know who they are.
Yeah, of course.
You know what they do for the most part, but you just trip over the name.
I have, like in life, I have enough stuff to worry about than celebrity names. Like I know.
No. It goes beyond that because I can understand.
Listen.
I can understand having problems. You're busy. You can't remember this or that or the other.
Yeah.
But you are a butcher of names.
Just in general, you say tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla.
Or however the hell you say it, right? And what was the other one? The famous one you mispronounced?
Lean cuisine.
Lean cuisine. That was it. You ever have a lean cuisine?
See, the problem is that you guys don't miss things. Like the normal public, if you said, hey, you have a lean cuisine.
It doesn't matter if they say it or not. They still think you're an idiot.
Oh.
they're just not being honest. We're nicer because we're being honest with you.
You're pointing it out.
Everyone else is secretly in their head going, what a dolt.
Mike in New York, there's 2 really good calls, and then we'll try to get to the celebrity thing. We can't let these pass. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, this is Mike from New York. How's it going, guys?
Good, man.
Yeah, listen, you were talking about mercury before. I remember as a kid going to the dentist, and the dentist used to give us a little small vial of the mercury, and we would play with it. We would bring it home and drop it on the floor, and it would break into like a million pieces.
Yeah.
And then you push it all back together, and it would jump back together and make a bigger piece.
Yeah, like T2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one thought this could be a problem later in life.
But I like.
No,
my dentist had a toy chest. There was never jars of mercury in it. Why would your dentist have?
The dentist that gave away the toys? Yeah, I was a little suspect of them.
It was in the fillings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They used to use mercury in the fillings.
He knows everything.
Well, that's why they
Stunt
call him
brain.
stunt brain.
My pediatrician, Dr. Fuchs, if you remember, she was the one that gave me the suppository when I was constipated at 7.
Mm-hmm.
She would give us our inoculation, our little needles, and then take the syringe part off. The little, isn't that the pointy part?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And whatever. She would just take that part off and then give us the other part with the
I've had a few
plunger.
of those, sure.
And then you used to, suck up water in it and squirt it at each other.
Yeah.
And you're just running around. Yes, the needle part. Dummy. I'm a dummy sometimes, too, Rich. It's like, what is the pointy part of a needle called? The needle? Yes, the needle. But they used to hand that out. And then
I remember that, yeah.
I remember one time when I got a little older and she gave me a needle. I was like, oh, can I have that? She goes, oh, it's against the law. Can't hand these out.
They discovered AIDS.
My word.
They discovered AIDS.
Oh, that was before AIDS.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to Pittsburgh. Tim?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Polio or something was all over it.
Yeah.
All these stories have a common theme. They all started out when I was little. What were our parents thinking? But when I was little, we used to play in the summer in this, what we thought was a strip mine. Well, the next summer, we find out that it's this thing called a Superfund site, where it was a nuclear dump, and Reagan had come in, and over the winter they had put in these 6 feet concrete barriers and buried all this stuff that we've been playing in for years.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
How do you sleep
But
at
none
night?
of us have birth defects. We all went on to have successful careers, so I don't know.
It's going to be your kids' kids.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
It's your kids, Marty.
That's 3 years and 2 heads, like the two-headed baby.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, the monster.
Yeah, the monster from yesterday. A lot of people checked out that video. It's terrific. All right, Tim, thank you, man.
Watching out.
And that leads to John New Rochelle. We're off and running here. Go ahead, John.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hi, John.
My parents had a house in New Rochelle that was built around the turn of the century, around 1909, and my brother and I used to go in the basement, take these pipe covers off. Anthony can appreciate this. They were made of asbestos, and they were held on by little brass straps. We used to beat each other with them, sword fights, and the place would just be a cloud of white asbestos dust to the basement.
Oh, man. Big mesothelioma fight.
They're not kidding. And nowadays you have to pay to have that stuff taken away because it's so toxic.
Oh, yeah. They put a pressurized system in so none of it gets out of the work area. You can't even get near the place without respirators.
How great is the visual, though? These guys are
beating each other with it. And just
cloud.
the dust and breathing it all in.
Class action
Nice.
lawsuits around the country for people from dying from asbestos.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny, John. Thank you.
Wow.
Here's a regular to the radio show, and of course also a regular at F.H. Riley's.
Oh.
In the heart
How
of
you guys
Huntington
doing?
Village, 400 New York Avenue. My brother's fine restaurant. Super Bowl party there?
They're looking good, yeah.
Looking good. We might do Super Bowl party at a Super Bowl party
Wow.
at F.H. Riley's. What's up, Perel guy?
How are you guys today?
Pretty good, man.
I got a beauty.
Yeah.
When I was 2 years old, they gave me radiation, the doctor, to shrink my adenoids, like the tonsil area of the adenoids.
Yeah.
50 years later, I've had a pituitary adenoma. They took out my pituitary gland, all from the radiation. I've had thyroid cancer because of the radiation. I've had a parotidectomy where they took out my parotid gland, which is your, the little. Wait. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Played golf. I had a shoulder injury. So they took an MRI. They found a little something on the bone. Normally, they say forget about it. Because I had cancer, they had to do a bone biopsy. I've had 4 operations. I'm like the bionic touch.
Wow. No wonder you sell Purell.
This is very common in New York and Chicago. The doctor almost killed me. I'm like ducking death out. It's crazy.
Note to self, never shake Perel guy's hand.
Wow.
No, I'm okay, man. Just if they don't want the
Are ya?
radiation hit you, that's all. I glow in the dark, too.
See, you know what? Thank God my father wasn't a complete idiot. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor when I was a kid out in California because I had like cystic acne. It was just the worst. And this doctor, old Doc Esslinger, he goes, you know what? Fix that right up. X-ray therapy. X-ray
That's what they
therapy.
do.
He was going to stick my head under an X-ray machine and just radiate my face.
Oh my God!
And my father, in his infinite wisdom, just said, "Aunt, let's go grab a beer and just get out of here because this guy is going to kill you."
He wasn't worried about your safety. He was just jonesing for a beer. You know that, which ended up saving your life. So
yes,
that's good.
Thank God.
Your father made a good choice. I'll tell you what. My mother-in-law had acne on her chest, and they gave her radiation years and years ago. Breast cancer. So that's right. He made a great choice by getting you the hell out of there.
All right, thank you, Buzzkill. We'll see you later.
X-ray therapy.
This one.
So you take X-rays, look at a bone.
Dude, this one.
X-ray your face to get rid of zits.
Speaking of X-rays, this next call, I might laugh so hard, I might just puke from laughing.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey, boys, what's up?
What's up?
Thinking about the X-ray thing reminded me back in the day when me and my friends broke into this old clinic that they were moving out, and they had one of the old-time X-ray machines that spit out the film. We didn't know to wear lead vests at the time, so we were sitting there taking pictures of each other in X-rays, just total radiation, not even thinking about the harm it could cause. It's good to say that I turned out all right, man. No extra limbs and none of that stuff. So I haven't had kids yet, so I don't know the full impact.
Just taking
And I'd say we were
X-raying
we took
each
about
other
50
without lead
pictures.
vests. Nice.
Yeah, we took about 50 pictures too, if I remember. We took them home to my parents.
That's funny, bro.
Watch out, guys.
Thank you. Let's say hi to Adam in Kansas City, possibly the new home of the New York Islanders. There's rumors of flying.
Hey,
what's up there, Adam?
Hey, we were kids. The siding company came out and ripped off some of the asbestos shingles off the side of the house to put up the new vinyl. And so we thought it was a good idea to go out there and play karate and practice kung fu busting these hard asbestos shingles over.
Yeah, they used to have the asbestos shingles. Those are still on a lot of houses.
I've had kids since then. It seems like nothing's wrong. You know, just thinking back, it's like that house, the old house of ours, it's covered with asbestos stuff. I sit there, scratch off the walls, trying. Stupid kid thinking that there's some baseball cards hidden inside the cavities of the wall to where scraping the asbestos off the lead pipes and everything.
Yeah, I actually was asked to remove some asbestos from some basement that I was supposed to do a tin knocking job in. And I told my boss, I go, no, I'm not touching that. They go, oh, it's a little bit. Don't be a... And then, you know, he called me the P word. And I was like, no. He goes, but we got masks, like those dust masks that you use if you're a laborer sweeping the floor.
Yeah.
So get out of here. And I refused to do it. Refused.
Wow. Yeah, we did the shoe store X-ray machine thing.
Yeah.
How about we go to Sean in Georgia? Sean, what do you got for the
Hey,
show?
boys.
Hey, man.
Hey, my dad used to tell me stories about when he used to work at an iron mill, and his job was to walk across the catwalk and push the trash back down into the iron to get it to keep melting that flows to the top. And to do that, to be able to stand in the heat, they used to have to wear a full bodysuit that was insulated with asbestos. Because apparently that was the best thing to use for something in that situation.
That's what killed Steve McQueen. He was a race car driver, did a lot of his own stunts and stuff, and the suit that he wore was asbestos. The old asbestos fire suits that he wore, doing his own stunts and everything, and that wound up giving him the mesothelioma.
Get out of here.
And
I mean,
that's
how
how
many
he died.
times did you wear it? 'Cause we used to sleep under asbestos, blankets, my parents.
What?
did. No.
Oh, my God. I didn't know. That's for you?
Why
That's
not?
an odd thing. Right. When you tell a story, you could say anything, and I'll believe it because of what you've saed.
Running out of show
We can
on this
call
side.
next time.
No. Well, they're screening the calls. We'll go back to the calls in a second here. We like to we multitask on the show.
They do have asbestos blankets, though, by the way. They like fire blankets that they used to put out. Yeah. But
got
it. Rich slept on them.
We got photos of celebrities for Rich Voss.
Yes.
Hopefully this bit still has legs.
The snuggie.
Imagine. The first one we're going to show Rich. He was in Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Not Tom Hanks.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. What TV show?
A CSI.
He's a CSI guy.
Stephen King's The Stand.
Very good. Rich Voss, who is this famous actor?
Oh, that's easy, man. You start off with an easy one. Gary Sinise.
Oh.
All right.
All right, Rich. Feeling confident, are you?
That's one.
Well, I feel like a little kid that did something good.
You are. That's exactly what you just did.
The main dude from Entourage.
Oh, how would I
can't
know
even tell
that?
you who that is. Is he getting fat?
Jesus, how gay is that?
Pretty gay. You're right, Rich. I'm not gonna.
Oh my God! Look at him.
I think he is.
I wouldn't know it. What's his first name?
I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you what that guy's name is.
What the hell is his name, Danny?
That's Adrian Grainer.
Oh, wow.
No one knows that.
Awkward.
Well, it's only a huge hit show on HBO. I mean,
yeah,
I know.
It's not one I watch.
It's not like he's written up on the gossip sites every day or anything.
Oh, he looks familiar.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, never.
Never in a million years.
The main dude from House, right?
No,
I never.
That guy used to be in Millennium.
Oh, this is the guy
show,
from.
but he's in Aliens.
No, we had him in studio.
Bishop. No, we never had him in. I would.
Wow, he looks like the
myself.
freaking other guy from with the one you loved from those movies.
Ugh.
F. Forget it.
F. No, if he ever
Sully,
came in, that
we
would be
need
great.
you, Sully.
Sully, we're going in.
I
Going in,
didn't
Sully.
understand. What was his first name?
I'm completely lost. I'm losing my mind today.
Lance.
Huh?
Lance.
Oh,
Lance.
Hendover.
Yes.
I just made it up.
Lance
I don't know.
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson. Yeah. I don't know that.
Right, how about this?
Give me one I know. No one's known any of them.
He's in the new movie. The trailer looks terrific for Taken.
Oh,
the star of Taken coming out in a few
Oh,
more weeks.
that's Liam.
Liam.
Nielsen. No.
There it is.
Liam Nielsen.
All right, well, there's one. All right, we finally got one
All right.
out of him.
The bit now has a passing grade. Barely, but...
Liam Nilsson. Nilsson.
Nilsson,
All right, very good.
right.
That's right.
Nilsson.
How about one of the stars of...
Yes, the Green Mile.
Mm-hmm.
John Coffey.
Oh, yeah. What's his first name?
The big black guy. The big black bald guy.
What's his first name?
Michael.
Oh. Michael, give me an initial on his last name, the first initial. So I kind of remember it.
It's got 3 names.
Michael,
Michael,
oh, man.
Jesus.
Michael. Oh.
Damn, Fred from Brooklyn.
What?
That was a good one. I can't say it. It's so bad. But it's funny as hell.
What's the initial on the middle name? I can't think of Michael something. Michael.
It's not Michael Joe Young.
Oh, I know.
Oh, my. Holy
Oh,
Christ.
wow.
Fred from Brooklyn.
Oh, that's funny. Michael Duncan something. Michael Duncan. Oh, I just drew.
You're right there. Let's go.
Michael Duncan.
There's a middle name in there.
Oh, I thought that was his middle name.
No.
Michael Sam Duncan. Michael
Duncan Yo-Yo.
Michael Duncan Donut. I don't know.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Michael Duncan. Duncan. You got. God, I wish Bonnie was here. She knows all this stuff.
All this stuff.
She doesn't.
All right, that's very good. You got that one right. How about this guy died recently from Fantasy Island. Also, he was Khan.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Roberto Montalban. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Roberto. What is it?
Wait, no. Yeah. Corinthian leather guy.
Corinthian leather. That's the new Corinthian leather.
Yeah. Roberto Montalban. Oh, wait, that might have been a baseball player.
You are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
What's his last name, though?
Montalban.
Boy, you lost confidence in that one. Montalban.
Roberto Montalban.
Roberto Montalban.
There you go. Very good.
There
Roberto
you go.
Montalban.
And finally,
I didn't say blonde, I said Bond.
All right. Montalban. Yes, you sure did. Who cares?
And the star of Sixth Sense, the little kid.
I never know. I didn't see the movie.
Before he turned into allegedly a drunk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's a big kind of bruiser guy.
Cuma.
Other three-namer.
That's me.
I know. You said drunk. I'm just trying to connect.
Oh, I got you. Okay, it was a joke.
Stun, give him a clue.
It's a three-namer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the first name?
It's named after a comet.
It's a comic?
Comet.
Comet? Comet?
Yes.
Comet.
Comet, not the cleanser.
Not a planet, a comet.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between a comet and a planet?
Name one comet.
Holy
Halley's. The Halley Comet. Halley.
The Halley Comet.
Halley Comet
All right.
and the dance group from Harlem.
All right.
Halley's Comet.
That's Ailey from Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I know it's Halley.
Yeah.
Halley.
Alvin Ailey.
Oh,
You're almost there. Let's go.
I don't know. Who would know his name? I like when you...
Everyone
You give me
knows his
clues.
name. He's like pretty popular, or was. You know.
I don't know who know his name now. Haley. Well, you got to give me an answer or something. You can't just leave me hanging.
Oh, sure we can.
Of course we can. 10 minutes from now, you won't even remember we did this. So
You goldfish.
you're like a dog. You have no concept of time.
Yeah. Master leaves to either get the mail or leave for a week.
It's the
and they
same to that.
greet you the same way.
Right.
Roberto Montalban.
Roberto Montalban.
Sure.
Montalban.
All right. We're getting close to wrapping up here. Dugan from Jersey. Dugan.
Hey, guys. Hey, happy birthday to Jenny
Dugenhauser.
Williamson. Yeah. Oh, and your boy Will, he sucks.
Will?
Yeah, the sales guy.
Why does he suck?
We go way back.
Oh.
Any rate. No, but you guys were talking about stuff that would screw you up when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And I grew up across from a hospital, and every year they drive around and spray out these white clouds of pesticides, and all the kids in the neighborhood would run behind the truck, and you couldn't see anything. You'd run into trees and fall down and stuff.
You're just running in pesticide clouds.
They would mosquito fog the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We used to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Chase the truck down the street.
That's brilliant.
Oh, great.
Very
It
good.
was the best. All right, punch it out, guys.
All right. Maybe time for one more here. Mark in Westchester.
Hey, what's up, Owen? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man.
Well, check it out. My dad, I'm one of three kids. My sister is the oldest, I'm the middle, and my little brother is the youngest. My older sister, for some reason, got all the honors classes, everything. You know, she's on the Hall of Fame in high school or whatever for being so studious or whatever. My dad, before my parents had my sister, my dad did not work at Indian Point Nuclear Power Plant, and for some reason, me and my brother are dumber than shit. And I think that might have something to do with it. I don't know. That's what me and my friends were talking about the other night.
I'll confirm that.
Yeah.
You are dumber than
S.
crap.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a documentary, that last call.
Bad story.
It's horrible.
And topped off with curses. Well, look, it's Ron Howard. What's he talking about? Maybe he's asking for his Twitter name.
Oh no, don't ask for it.
You know?
Yeah, but I don't have it yet. I got Opie Radio on Twitter, and I want Opie, but someone has it.
He could take any Opie name he wants.
I understand. If he wants Opie Radio, I'll give it to him. But right now, it's mine.
Opie's acknowledged the fact that he is
the second
most famous Opie.
Yeah, there's a lot of Opies out there. I understand that, but
there's Ron Howard has to take precedent.
Mm-hmm. So if he wants my Twitter thing, I'll give it to him. Opie Radio. I'll continue interacting with the listeners after the show.
Up until Ron Howard takes the Twitter.
Yeah, and then it'll be boring movie talk
and hat talk.
Award nominations. That's why he's on TV.
Yeah, they just did the Oscar noms, and he's up again, and Frost Nixon, and the rest were Frost Nixon.
He did Frost Nixon?
Oh, yeah, him and his buddy there.
You know, I never know what movies he does.
And he shoved his little brother in there, too. Clint's in there,
Clint's
too.
in every single movie he does. Tranya! Captain Kirk. It was like when he was a little kid, and then he was in Gentle Ben.
Remember, it was a few years ago, maybe close to 10 at this point, MTV Movie Awards, they did a whole pice on Ron Howard's brother and gave him an award.
And it was a whole goof thing.
Yeah.
But he was treating it like it was real.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, they're goofing on you.
They gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award for having cameos in all his brother's movies.
Yeah.
Really funny, man.
But we are very much alike, Captain Kirk. Both proud of our ships. They dubbed some voice in on him.
A few of our favorites did get nominated. Robert Downey Jr. got for supporting actor for Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
And, of course, Heath Ledger's in there, too.
Oh, by the way, you do know that the guy that we talked to, the Lost in Space robot guy.
Yeah, you
dead.
weren't here. We wanted to do a whole thing on it.
Yeah.
Bob May.
And then just the other night, I watched some bad show that must have been on in, like, the 80s. It was a Lost in Space reunion thing. Or no, it was probably in the 90s, 95. It was horrible. It was douche-chillingly embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I was watching that, and that kind of reminded me, because they showed Bill May. I was like, or whatever his name is.
Whatever.
That guy. The little robot guy.
I'll have to go check that out. And here's a quickie. Mark McGuire's younger brother. What a douche.
Really?
What a douche. He's shopping a book, Mark McGuire's brother. And basically saying, yeah, my brother definitely did steroids. I introduced my brother to steroids, right? I want to make sure I get that right because this is a bit controversial today.
Wow.
What a douche.
Sellout.
I'm sure, he did very well because of Mark McGuire's fame and fortune. How desperate do you need to be famous where now you're shopping a book and calling your brother out like that? That is low.
Man,
he's just selling them out for cash because he's not going to make them. He's doing it for cash. Why doesn't he just call his brother and go, give me some money, lend me something?
A little uncomfortable during the holidays.
That's just that's just so lame, man. So effing lame. All right, Rich, where are you going to be? We got to get out of here.
February 6th and 7th, Manhattan Comedy Club in Middletown, New York. 845-346-4242.
Okay.
Manhattan Comedy Club. It's a new club. It's really nice, I heard.
Ooh.
Really nice. Okay.
Good job today, Rich.
Thank you. That was kind of fun.
Very good job today.
Thank you.
This is a compliment.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good job.
I didn't step on anything. I learned one thing today, though, that whole freeze and let the bit play itself out.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That's a good thing.
I gave you a little lesson during the break, didn't I?
That's a good
Gave you a little of
thing.
my knowledge.
You learn something because...
It's called a standalone.
Yeah, standalone.
You gotta believe that a lot of the listeners are right there with you, and you could just play something, and they understand exactly what's going on.
They make the jokes by themselves in their cars, at home, wherever they're listening. They don't need us at that point. That's why it's standalone.
You know what? It's worth playing again, too.
It certainly is. I want to hear it.
One more time. The Obamas very lovey-dovey during that whole inauguration thing, and they had some kind of love expert on in Detroit, where it's so cold in the D. local TV, and this broad had this to say about the lovey-dovey Obamas.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of touching, kissing, even fisting with one another. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're physically bonded to one another.
Wow, I gotta tell my wife.
What?
See, my wife. Now she knows. She's getting that lecture tonight.
You need to do the fist bump.
The fist bump.
The bump.
Yes.
Yeah, you just kind of.
I kind of like that.
And what the hell? Because it's right here in front of us. Sam took that audio. I think it's worth another play today.
One more.
Couple beeps, and wow, it gets very outrageous.
We also need to be affectionate, and you can see that with Barack and Michelle as well. They do a lot of even fisting. And that is so very important because couples really need to feel like they're one another.
Yes, they do.
With that, we'll see you tomorrow.
Later, man.
Thanks.
Hey, I loved you in Mary Poppins, by the way.
Thank you. I love Miller.
You love Miller beer?
Of course.
Yeah.
I prefer it in the can. I'm so happy and gay today.
Yeah.
Less filling. Tastes great. Do you like it in the can?
Like what in the can?
Anything. Don't you know?
Well, I like the taste of beer in the can, sure.
Sure. I have bottles here, though.
Yeah.
Let me get my friend and open it up. Bend over. Oh, yes. Another refreshing beer. Actually, my favorite. I prefer Heine's. Nothing better than popping a Heine, don't you know? I was at the taping of that commercial.
Yeah, the Miller commercial?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was one of the bare-chested gay men, poolside. You should have seen the pool when we were done with it. It looked like egg drop soup.
Come on.
Looked like someone dumped tapioca into the skimmer, don't you know? Let me crack another bottle. Oh! I did that one myself. Yeah. Now let me open the one I really like. Yeah. Pop another Heine. Oh, you know the one beer I hate?
Huh.
Bush. I hate Bush. It stinks. I hate it.
Has that skunky,
A skunky aroma, don't you know?
Oh, man.
Frolicking by the pool.
That's what they're saying in the ad, yeah.
Playing volleyball, don't you know?
Correct, yeah.
Watch my serve.
Okay.
I'll bend over. Oh, look at it go. Watch me put this bottle in here. Oh! You see that? Watch now, a 40. Oh, don't you know? Oh, look. Now I'll sit on this keg. Oh, there it goes. Oh, don't you know? Here, look, now a huge tanker. Look. Hey, it's not going in, look. Oh, I'm still tight. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa! Drink up. Oh, I think I'll have another.
Well,
ooh, nice Heine. I love Heine.
yeah, we established that.
Don't you know?
Do you like the nice creamy head?
Creamy head of a Heine? Okay. I love the aroma of a Heine. You ever pop a Heine? Poolside. Frolicking.
Wow. Well, thank you, Mr. Gay spokesperson.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh!
It's the Fudge Man! It's the Fudge Man!
Hi, everybody! It's Bruce, your Fudge Man. Who's the first one to try one of my fudgicles?
There's a big white truck on the side of the road. As he cracks a smile, he says, the truck, we do push-ups, ice pops, and the fudge pack. I'll give you the soft serve, you give me your money. So hurry up and bring your rock hut Sonny. The fudge pack is a big white truck where you can wear your laughter. Fudge pack, baby. The fudge pack, baby.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What do you want? Wait, let me just bend over here a second. Oh, sure, we have that. Just come on around back. I'll be happy to serve you. Fudge Pack on sale.
It's Opie and Anthony, and I believe the gay spokesperson is still in the studio. There he is. It's come to my attention through the instant feedback. There's another story in the paper that maybe you could comment on there, sir.
Yes?
Little Rock, Arkansas. A man used a cigarette lighter to peer inside a gasoline can, setting off a fire that destroyed a mobile home and critically burned a friend.
Oh, you never use lighters in a can. That's silly. All kinds of gases are built up, don't you know? You can shoot things right out of there. Did you ever hear about the gerbil?
Yes.
Sent it flaming into someone's face.
In retrospect, lighting the match was not a good idea.
Yeah, that one.
I think we all have received that email by now.
True story.
Well, he had this cigarette lighter. He was peering inside a can.
Oh.
And he ignited the fumes that were escaping the can.
Oh.
And once he ignited the fumes, he dropped the can, he slung it, and threw it on the floor.
Oh, that brute! That sounds like fun!
He suffered minor burns on his hand.
I love cans.
Okay, thank you.
Sure!
All right. We'll be back. Stay there. All right. Anthony in between shows. I took a little twit pic.
Did you?
And sent it to my followers, Opie Radio on Twitter. And I wrote, might be a little late to start the second half of the show. And then I wrote, ugh to chili.
Oh,
There's a picture of just my knees.
No, you took a picture from the crapper?
Yeah, and there was a nice picture of the Obamas on the floor for inspiration, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, like the newspaper was down there?
Happened to be there. I did not set up that shot, I swear to you.
Of course not.
But the other reason I bring that up is I had the place to myself last night because my girl's going back to school. And she's going to finish the I was going to go with a high school joke, but Sully saved me. Thank God.
Sully. Good old Sully can land anything.
Right on my shoulder. But I told you the History Channel, because of you, I'm watching more and more.
Oh, it's great.
And I love president crap.
Yeah.
I love watching stuff on the presidents. And you were telling me about Lincoln.
Yeah, I don't think Lincoln one.
I don't think we mentioned this on the air, but you said that they showed actual pictures of Lincoln.
Yeah, photos.
Where he was being sworn in pretty much just like Obama. You know, the hairstyles and the clothes were different.
Yeah, but
and it was a
like
black and white photo. But besides that, it was pretty much the same setup.
The street, it's horse and carriages, but like the same buildings.
Right.
You still have the same buildings.
So because of that, I searched out the presidents, and I got to see I got to see FDR last night, and
That's a
Taft,
good one.
who was our fattest president.
Taft.
And who else? Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. Good one.
Who else was in the middle there? McKinley, right?
Yeah, McKinley.
McKinley.
Old, it's only a flesh wound, McKinley.
Wow. You know how that guy did it?
Oh.
A bandaged hand?
Yeah.
Come a long way. They're looking for that kind of stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
He walked up to say hi to the president. He had a bandaged hand. No one thought twice, and there was a gun inside the bandage or something.
Mm-hmm.
Killed him in Buffalo. And because I was part of a morning show back then, we actually broadcasted from the exact spot where he bought it.
Well, he killed.
If you're in Buffalo, you got to go check it out. Now, and I think it's like some kind of 7-Eleven parking lot or something.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the Buffalo listeners could tell me because it's been a while.
President McKinley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm watching the presidents, just having a night to myself. Had some chili earlier in the day.
Yeesh.
And boy, how long does it take chili to stew? Like 4 hours, 5 hours?
Starts percolating.
Dude, when I tell you the farts were beyond horrendous, right? And I'm kind of wrapped up on the couch watching the presidents.
No.
And my girl's really, really nice soft blanket that someone got her
Oh,
for
no.
Christmas.
So it's just soaking it in like a sham wow for farts.
Dude, you ever fart so bad that you're embarrassed and you're the only one in the room? For real, like you're completely embarrassed,
Like,
and
what
you
is
know
that?
no one is even around to smell this thing.
It's good when that happens, though, because then you know how bad it is. So if you're around somebody, you don't do that.
You ever do it so bad you have to check?
No, these are those
hot air.
Yeah, thank you, Ant. The poofy hot air ones, where I knew it was so bad that I was wearing my sweatpants, my brand new ones, by the way. I had to get rid of the old ones.
Oof.
And I would like lean to the side, and then I would like pull the sweatpants away to give some room between my.
All right, you were enjoying them.
No, I was trying to protect my sweatpants.
Oh,
so I'm sitting there and I'm wrapping up the presidents, and my girl comes in the front door, and all hell broke loose
immediately.
What the hell have you been doing the last 2 hours?
Are you kidding?
I was
She walked
mortified.
in and knew immediately.
Right.
You'd gas the entire place
and
out.
Screams, and you're using my blanket.
How could you do this?
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Have some decorum.
Dude, I live in an apartment. Like, you live in a house, so I understand. Like, when I used to live in a house, when I was like that, you go outside every
Who
few
would go
minutes.
outside?
Why not?
Well, if you have a young lady around, you might not want to stink the entire house.
She
on.
does it. My wife will come and sit on my head and do it.
Really? You're at that stage. You're so close to getting divorced.
You're
You're so close.
How long have you been married?
Dude,
Why?
I'm still in the stage where never my girl has not farted in front of me, and I don't know when she takes a dump. I have no clue. No idea.
I know when Bonnie does because the door's open.
Really?
Oh,
See?
my God. You guys are doomed.
Yeah, you're doomed.
That makes
Doomed.
you doomed?
Doomed.
Does that make
Doomed.
you closer?
No.
No. Any expert would tell you the best thing you to do if you're in a relationship is to get separate bathrooms.
Oh, we do actually. Yeah, well, we talked about that.
Start
yeah.
there. But, no, and I'm not even joking. I have no idea when my girl, dumps. No clue. I have no idea. No idea. And she's eating the same spicy crap I am, and I'm having a major issue. I can't, keep that air in.
She's taking her time, probably taking the pain and everything, just to make sure you don't have to go through that.
And it's a true
Gas
story, because
chamber.
I did try to do the right thing, not last night, because I'm like, yeah, obviously this is not good for a relationship to be stinking up the entire room. She smelled as soon as she walked in the door, and she had a nice walk to get to where I was at.
Nice, crisp, fresh, cold air outside to really cleanse receptors in your nostrils. And then you walk in that room.
Yeah.
Oh, it just nails you in the face.
I used to stick my butt out my window. But the problem with the New York City apartments, especially if they're
The
childproof,
goose fly in there like an engine.
especially if they're childproof, they don't open enough to really get your ass out the window.
Oh yeah, but your butthole's only this big.
Well, you got to line it up a little bit. I understand.
When you
I mean,
lean-
my window's literally open maybe 4 inches, maybe
when you
5.
lean
I don't
to
know,
do
something
it,
like that.
I always think
Yeah.
about this. Every time you lean, if you don't lean, what will happen? Will you blow a disc, do you think? I mean, what's the, when you lean to pass gas, you know how you lean, you lift your...
Right.
because everybody does. Will it not work if you don't lean? I've never tried it without. Could you blow something or something? You know what I mean?
What, you don't lean to the
you
side
do
or
that
something?
so the
one cheek sneak?
So your ass isn't plugged. It'll just squish out somewhere, but
yeah.
I don't think you blow anything out. It's just a way to get it out.
Nah.
You can't get it out if your fucking asshole is plastered against the chair. You know, you got to kind of give it a little room.
It comes out with a rumble. I love wooden ones.
Anthony, on instant feedback, Crisco from Whackbag, a regular. Opie, she's 30 years younger than you. Her body could still handle solid foods.
Oh, that must be.
Thanks, because you don't think that thought went into my brain? John W. from Hoboken. Opie, she's 16 and is healthy while you're a little older. He writes little in quotations. And your body does not work as well. And she bought the chili. I'm like, you know what you're doing. I did tell her that yesterday. I'm like, you know I love chili, but what are you doing? You know this is going to be a problem later.
It's like giving the dog chocolate. It's going to be a problem. They're going to love it, right. But it's going to be a problem.
That's a great observation. We used to do that. Oh, my parents would be pissed.
Why? What happened?
Immediate diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Immediate.
Dog will
Try it at home.
just
It's hilarious.
Fucking paint your floor, walls, whatever the hell.
I don't know why, but immediate.
My dog used to eat squirrels and come in the living room and throw them up, and you'd see like all the
Squirrels? Where the fuck were you? Wait, eating squirrels?
It was a beagle. So, and it would come in
hunting
and
dog,
eat
yeah.
squirrels and you'd throw it up, and it'd be a pile of furry, mucky, dead squirrel.
Hey,
that's disgusting.
And I had you want me to remind you, they play a couple bits in between shows.
Oh, yeah.
And if you hear a bad one, you should still stick around, because that means we're going to beat the crap out of somebody.
Yeah.
What do they play that you didn't like?
I came in, apparently, because somebody was so inspired by my 2 seconds of Ed Wynn that I did this morning.
Literally
we were talking
2
about,
seconds, too.
Carolyn Kennedy.
Right.
Saying, all the time. She was like, So I was like, 2 seconds. It inspired somebody to play a Ed Wynn bit that I had done and gone on for a long time with. I gather it was funny when we did it 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, you got to put it in perspective.
Yeah, you got to put it in perspective. The material, the time, who we were, who the country was different. Whatever.
Right.
But I'm listening to it going, this is so dated, so fucking old. And then it went into a Love Shack song parody to Love Shack. Obviously, I just did it again. But it was a parody called Fudge Pack.
How old were we?
I'm sure at some point in our careers, that was funny. And
well, back when we were doing the show when we were in third grade, yes.
Yeah,
that was a
exactly.
great bit that we did.
But to play it now is like, who the fuck put that on? Like it was, for me to listen to it, I was getting douche chilly like when we play our first show.
Right.
Like it's that kind of like, oh God, there was a time for that, but we're kind of past it. It's.
You ever wish you had the power? Because the replays.
Yeah.
You hear a bit or something you're doing on the show that we're not. We know when we're bombing and sucking and all that crap. And I'll run, and I can't get to the radio fast enough to turn it off. Don't you wish you had the power to turn off the entire channel when you're
just shut the whole channel off so no one can hear it. So no one can hear it. Ah, here he is. It's E-Rock.
Way
now,
to go, E-Rock. Way to go.
E-Rock, I hear you're the guy.
Yeah.
You're the guy that approves all these. Why would you pull something out that's so old and dated? I think I was talking about Bush, being elected.
Wow.
And I think it was the first election. That fucking shit was old.
From the notes I had, it was Ed Wynn goofing about gay beer, and I didn't realize that Fudge Pack song was in the bit.
Oh, how douchey is the Fudge Pack song?
Pretty bad.
Maybe you ought to write Fudge Pack songs in there, and then take the whole thing and throw it away.
Yeah. It's gone.
It sucked.
Hold on, though. And Fast Freddy and Redding said that Fudge Pack, that was pretty bad, but the Ed Wynn stuff was hilarious.
Really?
So maybe you do
I'll
a
pull
little.
the other part out.
Maybe you do a little surgery on the bit.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't hear it, unfortunately. But and the other thing, Straight Dick from North Carolina.
Straight Dick?
My Twitter, my phone, everything went nuts because the replay got effed up yesterday.
Oh.
And it was very suspicious, and I want someone to just tell me the truth. When you were ranting about Obama like you like to do,
yeah,
the show just and went to a really old Jimmy Fallon bit yesterday.
Get the fuck out of here,
and then came back. Oh, yeah, actually, I got word from the Philly crew. They called, like, from all their jobs, like, what the fuck?
That's the first time, unless the channel went out and it went to the backup loop, that's the only thing I know.
I bet somebody didn't like the material and just flipped the switch.
Well, that's what we're wondering, because it's, conspiracy theory time. But, I mean, that, and ranting and raving about
that's
Obama.
the first I'm hearing of it, too. I didn't cut anything out.
No, I wouldn't think anyone would cut it, but it's probably...
It definitely happened. Trust me, that is a definite.
It could just be anybody that didn't like what they heard and decided, I'm going to just...
Well,
or it could just be the channel going
this
down.
channel has had a few problems in recent weeks, so
Yeah.
if the connection between here and DC does crap out, and it has, there's like these backup bits that they default to that are in DC, so that potentially could have been one of them.
We'll find out.
And people saying the timing was a little
suspect.
Hey, we just said try the chocolate thing with the dog. Well, we got a vet like panicking. He called up immediately. James in Connecticut.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, I'm a veterinarian, and chocolate is toxic to dogs. And I work emergency service, and there's nothing more of a pain in the ass than the day after Halloween. Because dogs will just find all that stash and go through it, and it'll come in, and if they get a little bit diarrhea happens, they get a little bit more, their heart races. I mean, it goes over 200 beats per minute. They get even more than that, they could have seizures and die.
So we probably shouldn't try the chocolate thing with the dogs, right?
No.
I would discourage people from doing
All
that,
right.
because
Cool.
that's going to lead to a lot of problems.
Maybe they give that to Ted Kennedy. A little too much chocolate. He has a little seizure.
How's he doing?
I guess as fine as you can with a brain tumor.
I'm amazed he's still alive.
Oh.
I'm just amazed.
Because he's a Kennedy. If he was on public friggin' funded welfare health care like Obama wants to put in, he'd be dead already. Guaranteed. He wouldn't be able to use that Kennedy money to get the best doctors. He'd be waiting online. Whatever. Be like everybody else. Socialize medicine and see what happens there, Teddy. You'd be in the fucking ground already, rotten.
Dude, that's such a celebrity thing, too. I mean, the classic one was Mickey Mantle with the new liver?
Yeah, with his liver, fucking drunk. Fucking drunk. His liver went out because he was a drunk. He gets a new liver and he fucking almost wears that one out.
Almost.
Drinking.
He didn't last too much longer after the liver. I mean, that was a nice liver for somebody.
Someone else could have used that liver.
This just in, John Boy and Billy in North Carolina. We love E-Rock selection. So, okay, that's good.
Oh, boy. Great.
A little radio abuse there. The nominees for the Oscars are out. I wasn't going to do this list, but there's it looks like some pictures are missing or something. Movies. Best Picture. What would you think is up for Best Picture, Anthony Cumia? Anthony Cumia on Facebook.
Best Picture of the year will go to... I don't know. I haven't watched any movies from this year. I don't even know what's nominated.
You can't even figure out what was nominated?
No.
Can you figure out what was nominated, or are you looking at it, Rich?
Yeah, I know what's going to win.
Best Picture.
Good. Cool.
These are your choices.
Didn't see it.
Something seems to be missing in here.
Didn't see it.
The Curious
Didn't
Case
see it.
of Benjamin Button.
Didn't see it, yeah.
Frost Nixon.
Nope.
Milk. The Reader.
Nope.
Ugh. Slumdog Millionaire.
Nope. No idea. I didn't see any of the Best Picture nominees. Wow, I think that's the first ever.
I'm going to go see Slumdog today, actually, finally.
What's that about? Isn't that like some third world country movie?
And he wins like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something like that.
Dude, I know I read the synopsis on it. I was like, this movie sounds like shit. Everyone says it's really good.
Rave reviews.
The synopsis sounds like a shit movie.
Right.
This guy is into this chick, so he goes on this fucking show, this foreign version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, to win, to like fucking get her attention.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking awful.
And The Reader sounds good?
No, The Reader sounds fucking terrible too.
I think The Reader is like a major chick flick, right? Anybody?
Isn't that a Holocaust movie?
The Reader?
Yes. It's another Germany movie.
No.
Yes, it is.
We don't know.
No.
The one with
If you say it's the one with the guy that played James Bond.
No, with what's her name? The broad that's in 2 movies. She's in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet is in a Nazi movie?
Yeah, The Reader.
Yeah, what's the synopsis? Now we got to.
Now we got to know what the fucking synopsis
Yeah,
is.
didn't you see when during the Golden Globes when what's that guy's name?
No. What?
From The Office. Who's the funny guy from England? You know what I'm talking about?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky,
When he
I
went
wish he
to-
would have said his
during-
name.
Sorry, Ed, I know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Ricky Gervais. During the Golden Globes when he looks down and he says, "I told you to do a Holocaust movie."
Oh, yeah? Well, it must not be one of those, like, good action-packed ones.
No, well, I mean, what's action-packed Holocaust movie? You them getting loaded on the train?
The one with the fucking, the James Bond guy in it.
Yeah.
That's a Holocaust movie? I didn't see it. The new
Oh,
one?
yeah. It's like about the Jews that actually went into the woods and then actually fought the Germans. Some of the Jews that actually fought. It's a cast of 3.
That's what I was going to say. It was a 4th.
No, they and it's a true story. They, kind of went in there and got a bunch of Jews with them, and then went out on these little raids like the Wolverines in Red Dawn. Yeah, they kind of went out, killed some Nazis.
Are you ready for the synopsis of The Reader?
Yeah, let me hear what this fucking drivel is about.
The Reader opens in post-World War II Germany.
All right, so it's not a Holocaust movie.
When teenager Michael Berg becomes ill and is helped home by Hannah, a stranger twice his age. Michael recovers from scarlet fever and seeks out Hannah to thank her. The two are quickly drawn into a passionate but secretive affair. Michael discovers that Hannah loves being read to, and their physical relationship deepens. Holy shit.
This sounds like the worst movie ever made.
What planet is this movie being shown on? Their relationship deepens. Hannah is enthralled as Michael reads to her from The Odyssey, Huck Finn, and The Lady with the Little Dog.
Dude, does this sound like a fucking movie anyone wants to see?
Chicks, probably.
And take a fucking spade shovel and just dig your genitals out if you go to this fucking movie. If some fucking cunt drags you to this fucking movie. Take a post hole digger to your cock.
Despite their intense bond, it continues, Hannah mysteriously disappears one day, and Michael is left confused and heartbroken.
What? I fell asleep during the synopsis.
Found a speed
Holy
reader.
shit. Yeah.
8 years later, while Michael is a law student...
How many years?
8.
And the movie's in real time, by the way. So.
All right. Observing the Nazi war crime trials,
Ah.
he is stunned to find Hannah back in his life.
How? Why?
Well, Anthony, this time as a defendant in the courtroom.
No way. She's up for Nazi war crimes?
Yes.
What did she do?
Well, you have to watch the movie to find out.
Now I'm captivated.
As Hannah's past...
Oh, I mean bored shitless. How did I mix those two up?
Well, as Hannah's past is revealed, Michael uncovers a deep secret that will impact both of their lives.
Ah.
The Reader is a story about
Oh,
truth
God.
and reconciliation, about how one generation comes to terms with the crimes of another.
Well, she probably...
Are
helped
you
him
ready
out
to
that.
laugh?
How horrible.
Do we have to... I wonder if you got to sit through scenes of watching him reading to her.
Of course you
I know,
do.
feeling jealous.
Like, just sitting there reading, and she's laying down.
Of
Like,
course.
what's the scene? He's got a book open. Is the camera moving kind of around? And she's just all wide-eyed, and he's reading.
I'm going to guess it's like a nice summer day. They're under a tree.
Yeah, that's got to be one of them.
Little picnic basket.
It's winter in another scene, maybe, and
he's reading from the Odyssey.
in a there's a fireplace going,
Read fast.
and this Nazi bitch is fucking just trying to hide some secret.
Read harder.
Yeah, you read that book.
You read.
You read that book, you fucking...
Someone
Yeah.
Someone saying it's a
Yeah.
softcore porno. Come on,
What?
Matt, what are you doing to us?
Stop it, Matt.
Matt.
Don't even try.
Matt.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt?
No, my roommate said she just saw that the other night, and she said basically it's softcore porn.
She's
said,
probably a fucking prude.
No, she said, what's her name? Naked through half the movie.
Kate Winslet?
Kate Winslet?
Yeah.
She's
Where
older
is it?
now, though, man.
She goes up and down in weight.
Yeah.
Beat her over the head with the book and then had sex with her.
Just smashes her in the face with the fucking Moby Dick, and then Moby Dicks her.
Then it would be.
I'll tell you, this year brought probably the most depressing movie I've ever seen. I said it once, I'll say it again. Kate Winslet's other movie, Revolutionary Road. There was no reason to make that movie.
Oh, that's the one with.
I don't even know if it was. Was it nominated for anything? Did she get like supporting actress for that? Probably. No, she did not. Or wait, actress maybe? No, she did not.
Oh.
Let's say hi to Luke in Los Angeles.
Luke.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised The Reader even got nominated because it's got really mixed reviews, and then a great movie like The Wrestler had like 99% approval on RottenTomatoes.com. Like, what the fuck?
Now, I like The Wrestler a lot. I wouldn't say it's best movie of the year. I think Mickey Rourke was exceptional in the story there.
Yeah, and you're right, man. Revolutionary Road was fucking terrible. I can't believe there was a Sam Mendes movie. I mean, the guy made some great movies. Revolutionary Road stunk.
Dude, I don't know what we did. Like, we went to the theater. I mean, a lot of us do this. You go to the theater hoping to see something. It's sold out, and then it's just potluck. I don't know. And we went into Revolutionary Road, and boy, we were so depressed after that movie.
You mean the movie was depressing, or you were depressed because it stunk?
Dude, it's about, you're stupid to have any kind of hope.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, it's just
they hammered the point home.
Oh, this is the
your life sucks. Don't hope for anything better. Just deal with it.
Back in where they're getting divorced or whatever. That one, right?
Yeah. It's horrendous.
Oh, is it?
Do not go see that.
No.
Well, someone saw The Reader. Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Hey, boys. Yeah, I did go see The Reader, and the best part is when Hannah...
Exactly.
Beautiful, my friend. So, best picture, those are your choices. That's it. Milk, Frost Nixon, The Reader, Slumdog Millionaire, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Actor, Richard Jenkins is up for The Visitor. What's that movie about?
The Visitor?
Maybe we could turn some people onto some movies here that we
All right, let's get a synopsis for The Visitor.
And then you got Frank Langella from Frost Nixon.
Doing a horrible Nixon, by the way. Everyone's talking about how great he is as Nixon.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like him because he's got like an English accent. And he doesn't really look like him. He's Frank Langella.
That's a tough one to pull off because Nixon was such a unique-looking guy.
You know who fucking did a good job, which is odd, because he doesn't really look like him or sound like him, and he's English, is Hannibal Lecter. Yes, Anthony Hopkins in the movie Nixon.
Why didn't they get him for this movie?
Because
he already did it?
This guy was doing the Broadway play, or the play.
Oh, he was?
That's where they got the movie idea, because whoever did the movie saw the play.
Frank Langella is Nixon and Frost Nixon?
Yeah.
Okay.
He took both of them from the play.
And he, I mean, a movie about a fucking talk show interview
I can't be bothered. I
David
have no
Frost
desire.
and Richard Nixon. I mean, snoozy woozy. I'm not really feeling it.
That was supposed to be a real intense interview, though.
Well, yeah. If you want to fucking watch the interviews, watch the interviews. They were.
Right.
From what I remember as a kid, there was some pretty big moments there, but who wants to see him dramatized?
Oh,
watch the fucking real interview.
Here's the synopsis for The Visitor.
The Visitor.
A deeply moving drama built around longtime character actor Richard Jenkins. The Visitor is a simmering drama about a college professor and recent widower.
And?
Well, and there's like spoilers and stuff.
Who gives a shit?
All right. I thought you were going to go there. Well, all right. A widowed college professor travels to New York City to attend a conference and finds a young couple who turn out to be illegal immigrants living in his apartment.
Yeah.
You want to go with this one?
Does it get zany?
Well, let's see. Walter Vale Jenkins, who discovers a pair of illegal aliens who were the victims of a real estate scam living in his New York apartment. After the mix-up is resolved, Vale invites the couple, a young Syrian musician named Blah, and his Blah girlfriend to stay with him. An unlikely friendship develops between the retiring quiet Vale and the vibrant Blah. And the former begins to loosen up and respond to Tarek's drumming lessons as if something in him waiting to be liberated has finally been unleashed. All goes well until Tarek is hauled in by immigration authorities and threatened with deportation. His mother, Mona, turns up and stays with Vale, sparking a renewed, if subdued, interest in courtship. However, the wheels of injustice and immigration crush all manner of hopes in post-9/11 America. Vale soon realizes that he has unexpected anger.
How many?
He has unexpected anger over Tarek's plight and the positive changes to his personal life that emerged from a deep involvement with his friend, and Mona might be the only legacy he takes from his
Can somebody get a phone book so we could just read that?
Oh my
Just read a phone book.
Oh my God.
Aaron.
Oh my God.
Get a dictionary. Aardvark.
Voss, you sleeping?
No.
All right.
Oh
please
my
wake up.
God, was that? Wow.
That's that artsy shit.
So there's 2 movies so far for Best Picture.
No, that's not
that
for
are.
Best
that's
oh,
just
it's not
Best Actor.
Well, it should be.
Best Actor.
Oh, good.
Ant-Man. I could dip into some artsy stuff, but
Wow.
You gotta just dip in with your toes.
What about?
They could get a little crazy with their arts.
You could pick the winners. It's so easy.
Okay, give me the synopsis for Doubt.
Doubt looks really good, by the
Meryl
way.
Streep.
All right, well, let me just
Are you shitting me? It does?
I swear to God.
Oh, okay.
That looks really good.
A lot of people are digging the Doubt. So actor Richard Jenkins, The Visitor, Frank Langella, Frost Nixon, Sean Penn for Milk, Brad Pitt for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Mickey Rourke for The Wrestler. Who's going to win that? But it doesn't matter because we haven't seen all the movies. No. Actress Anne Hathaway for Rachel Getting Married. Angelina Jolie for The Changeling. Wow, the super couple are both up for Oscars, huh?
Oh, it's going to be amazing seeing them on the carpet.
Melissa Leo for Frozen River. These are all chick flicks, man. Meryl Streep for Doubt and Kate Winslet for The Reader.
What's Changeling?
I don't know, and I don't care. Doubt looks good, though, Ant.
Does it?
For real. I'd go see Doubt.
Meryl
We got the
Streep is
synopsis
great.
Huh?
Meryl Streep is great.
Streep?
You know something?
You see her in Ironweed?
Ugh.
What,
Meryl Streep
is a great actress. What? You don't like her?
No. No.
Why?
I don't care. What the fuck? I don't like any movie. She's. But no. Okay, The Deer Hunter.
Okay.
But it wasn't even her part that I liked in it.
Kramer versus Kramer.
What?
Wait, there were 3 Kramers?
No, there were 3 Kramers if you count the kid.
Did you see Ironweed?
I didn't like that either.
Did you see Ironweed?
I didn't. No.
Wasn't Meryl Streep in
Bridges of Madison County?
We love talking about this awful
fucking
movie.
where she's looking out the window, touching her tits and looking at fucking
diddling herself
Clint Eastwood.
as Clint Eastwood is washing his baloney tits in the outdoor shower.
Yeah. Can I put my film in your refrigerator?
Where
I'm gonna
oh my God,
take pictures of some covered bridges here.
I think that is the worst movie I've ever seen that was supposed to be a legitimate film.
It was
horrendous.
Where the dingo took her baby? How about Where the Dingo Took Her Baby?
What?
Based on a true story.
Oh, Sophie's Choice.
No.
Which one?
Oh, my God!
Where,
oh, that was... I was thinking of that the other day, and just out of nowhere, just started fucking laughing.
Yeah.
No!
Can we get that clip?
Tippy Tom crying
as he's watching Sophie's Choice.
As he's watching the clip of...
what'd you do?
There we go. Crying over a clip from Sophie's Choice and screaming at the screen like it's going to change.
No!
Like it's really happening, and that if he screams loud enough and cries, that she won't give the kid up to the Nazis.
We'll find that to wrap up our movie talk here.
Find the one where the dingo took the kid. It's based on a true story. She was up for...
We'll get right to that. Here's Doubt, the synopsis. Set in 1964, Doubt centers on a nun.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would be Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Who confronts a priest after suspecting him abusing a black student. Little kid touching.
Here we go.
He denies the charges, and much of the play's quick-fire
dialogue tackles themes of religion, morality, and authority.
That fucking sounds horrible.
Pedophilia and a lover. But what?
It depends on how they film the sex scenes.
Well, yeah, it could be sexy.
The director turned down Oprah for this movie. The lady that plays the kid's mother, whoever the
And they
actress
should
is.
have. Oprah's
Fuck Oprah.
Too big of
Oprah's
a
a good
star.
talk show host.
No, she's an actress.
She's all right as an actress.
She was, you know what? She's gotten too popular to be an
Yeah,
actress.
she can't be in the movie.
When she was in
Color Purple.
she, she was an actress.
Meryl Streep
Did a good job in that.
Is probably one of the best actresses
You're just
ever.
saying that because she has been forced
babysitting
down
my
your throat
friend.
as the
No.
best actress ever.
No.
She's won a lot of Oscars.
Yeah, so obviously, okay.
What about
Why
that
don't you-
Dench broad?
I don't know about that broad.
What's her
Faye
name?
Dunaway,
Judy
too.
Dench.
But what do they call her? A dame?
That's what you call all girls. Dames.
Hey, dame.
She should babysit my friends.
You got to
Meryl
do
Streep.
Oh, that's why you're all about her.
She's from Jersey,
That's why
Bedminster.
you're fucking sucking her cock.
Don't talk about her like that. You see her on Oprah last week?
No, why would I?
would we?
Because she had great.
Chicks watch Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can learn a
they
lot
do.
from Oprah, maybe.
Yeah, what have you learned from
I
Oprah?
can.
Let's get into this.
Well, you get Dr. Oz has a lot of nice things to say.
Like
He
what?
knows
I
the
don't
fucking
remember him.
people. You faggot. You know the people.
That's not why I'm a faggot. There's
No.
other reasons why I'm a faggot. I like Oprah. I don't like it. I learn sometimes, you know?
You don't learn anything.
I don't remember what I learned, but I learned.
Do you nuzzle up to Bonnie and go, ooh, it's time for Oprah?
That's what happens. See, Bonnie watches it, so Rich watched it and got all fucking hooked. That's what happens,
So you
right?
get on the phone with your girlfriends and discuss Oprah live and interact as it's going down.
Do you guys
Yeah,
discuss
we're-
the prior segment when they go to commercial?
On the Oprah
You
message
know,
board.
I think, Bonnie.
On the Oprah message board.
Ooh.
All right, tell us one thing you learned from Oprah. For real. Not I learned a lot of
real.
things and this doctor has good stuff. Give me one.
Well,
Something
I'll
concrete.
tell you what Meryl said on Oprah.
All right.
What she was saying about the young actresses today, that they're too much out there. They throw themselves too much out to the public, with the paparazzi.
Who
and
said
all-
the
and
what?
The paparazzi.
Right, the paparazzi. Holy shit.
I'm trying to get my point across.
How many kids has this Pavarotti had?
So,
Yeah.
and what she's saying is just act and lay low. Then act.
Who was saying this?
Meryl.
Meryl Streep.
And that's
I
worth
love it.
killing an hour of your life?
No, but they had all different
Because
actors
this
on that
old-
day. Mickey Rourke was on.
This
all
old
the-
broad is telling the young girls not to go out. Great.
No, just
Cock blocker.
No, they're whatever. But you learn a lot from Oprah. I mean, it's not. I'm not
You
saying
don't learn
That's your
shit from
example?
Oprah.
That example sucks.
Well, hold on.
Boy, she's really
supposed to-
teaching everybody
Have
if
you
you're a
ever
young
watched
actress in Hollywood.
Dr. Oz, when he's on there, he has like demonstrations. He'll show like different things.
Stop being vague. Give us like
you're
something
really
you learned
being-
from Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz. Ugh,
I
didn't
can't
even know
remember
that.
a lot of it right now. I'm tired.
They taught you
one
nothing.
thing.
One
But not
thing.
asking for a lot. One.
Okay, Oprah. I didn't do it, but you put together your wish board.
Oh, man.
Hey,
I put
Why
mine
did-
together
wait,
right
wait,
now.
wait.
If I put mine together right now and it came true, you'd disappear.
What's a wish board?
well, things that you want in your life.
I don't know about the wish, but the board part's coming through loud and clear when you talk.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Shut up. Play on word breath. What I'm saying is, you put things down. You cut out certain things that your goals or your dreams or you want, and you put them on your wish board. If you want, money, maybe you cut out a pot of gold, a picture of a pot of gold, or.
And what is that supposed to do?
It'll bring the universe around you. It'll bring positive energy around you.
The wish board's just full of fucking ring dings and fucking ding dongs, Twinkies,
You never heard? You don't have a wish board? Well, you don't need one.
No, I don't
You
have a wish board.
Yeah, you probably because you got what you need right now.
No, everyone could use something else, but I don't need to fucking put it up there like I'm an Alzheimer's patient to remember what I want on a daily basis.
But subconsciously, once you put it out there into the universe,
psychobabble drivel.
I don't practice any of this shit. It's just what
from some
what you learn.
elitist.
What you learn.
This is somebody justifying a job. This Dr. Oz.
No, that's not Dr. Oz. Doesn't do the wish board.
Who
That's
is
Oprah.
Oh, Oprah does it.
Yeah, she told. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
She is bored shitless, Oprah, I gather. If she's making wish boards.
I don't know if I got the whole complete
What about the
story.
Dr. Oz?
Are there just pictures of Muff on there?
See, like Bonnie's very positive. I'm kind of a negative person.
Really?
Yeah. So, she's the one who shows me some of this stuff too.
Yeah.
But
Did you make a wish board?
No.
What about the Oz stuff? What did you learn from Dr. Oz? Is it
uh,
relationship stuff?
Yeah, no, not Dr. Oz. He's a physical doctor.
Oh.
He showed. He had pictures of showing some tumors once and some kind of fucking. Some cool.
Sounds fascinating when
I don't
Rich
know.
talks about it.
Listen, I'm not. When it comes to explaining shit, I'm not like really good at that. Because if you would have caught me an hour after the show, I could have told you. Or as the show's going on, I don't remember. I don't watch it daily.
Boss, you do. You do realize that Oprah's way over your head. You should start by coloring and coloring books.
Yes,
maybe we could get you an Oprah coloring book. Because you are way in over your head. You watch Oprah, but you can't give us anything about it.
Okay.
He showed you pictures of tumors.
Well, he brings them out. He doesn't. He sometimes has some straight up shit right there.
Yeah,
straight up shit.
Once again, like what?
He'll walk out with a fucked up lung that he has.
Oh, he'll bring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I don't know if it's a model. I don't remember if it's a model or a real one. I don't have to tell you the truth. I kind of maybe.
It's like a child, isn't he?
Kind of.
Speak to him like you would speak to a child.
I kind of
Hold on. I mean, people are suggesting what needs to be on your wish board,
okay.
Mr. Voss. Marcus in New York.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Hey, Voss needs to get a picture of a brain to put on his wish board because he's a moron.
A brain, so cut out a brain, put it on your wish board. That's one good thing.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Fontaine. Fontaine.
Hey, Ope, hey, and Dewey Juicine, what's up?
Dewey Juicine.
Oh, God.
Anthony's wish board, he cut out a bunch of slave ships and they're sailing east, you creep.
Sailing east.
Well, let's say hi to Bobby Big Rigger. Bobby.
Hey, good morning, guys. I was just having a discussion with my girlfriend, Dawn, and I think Rich got a bucket list. The only problem is that bucket's full of shit.
Yeah, what would be on your bucket list now that you're a much older gentleman?
Things I want to do.
Yeah.
Two of them would be play Augusta and Pebble Beach. That
Okay.
would be two.
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be to have $1 million, maybe. No, I wouldn't even need $1 million. Yeah, $1 million.
He's a kid. $1 million. I want a candy bar. I want a new bike. No one really wishes, I wish I had $1 million.
I do. Every
It's not
day.
like.
It's on my wish board.
No, but it's like, then wish for fucking 10 million.
I'd be happy with 3.
The way I
3
saw
can
your
live.
fucking finances on that board, you'd be left with $20 on his spreadsheet this morning.
Very good. Dave might be onto something. Dave in Tennessee.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Rich, are you sure you're not mixing up Dr. Oz with the Wizard of Oz and you're wishing you had a brain, you fucking scarecrow?
Yeah, it's a Dr. Oz of the Wizard.
Well, let's say hi to Don, the trucker. Don.
Hey there, Don.
Don?
You in a truck?
Oh, it didn't click down. Hold
No.
on.
There he is.
Sorry, Don. Go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hi.
Yeah, boss's wish list, adult-sized hands.
I know the.
Hey, it's got to be acknowledged, Dave M. from New York City, and great Galaxy Quest callback that no one acknowledged. Standing O, my friend.
Wow. Thank you for getting that. I throw a lot out there that I think 3 people get.
No, well, you go obscure sometimes. Which
that's
is good.
pretty obscure.
I gotta watch Galaxy
Galaxy
Quest.
It's very funny.
I'm catching what Voss says. What?
You're like a trick fan.
See if she's up.
How about we just put her on the air instead of using your cell
I
phone?
don't know if she's awake. She's in a hotel.
You know what? Why don't we?
In a hotel? Uh-oh.
Wait, no, I'm in the hotel too.
Not right now.
Did you hear him? I'm in a hotel too.
Could be a bellboy.
No, she didn't pick up. If she calls back.
Didn't pick up.
All right, we'll try to get Bonnie on the phone because Rich watches Oprah with Bonnie.
Not that much. Not as much as she does. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like.
There you go, a microphone. It's great.
I'm not.
Guys out there are even laughing. It's like,
Dude, you're fucking...
Well,
radio.
I can't get to everybody. It's the phone's just lit. Matt in Arizona. Thanks for having Voss on. I always feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Voss has vocabulary on his wish list.
Oh, hold on.
Voss needs to be on house so they could take his brain out. If Voss gets $1 million, he'd have the coolest bike on his block. That's Scott in Jersey. Yuri, wife made me watch Mr. Oz. He tries to engage males by bringing up male health problems.
I told.
Well, they're suggesting other shows you might want to watch, Rich. Oprah might be, reaching a little too high for you. Rich in Kansas City, yes.
Yeah, I love you guys. Please have Voss watch Sesame Street and give a report on what he's learned.
Oh, I gotta watch that with my daughter. All that Sesame Street stuff.
Yeah, what do you learn from Sesame Street?
Well, not just Sesame Street, the movies, I mean, the movies, like Sesame's Christmas or whatever that shit is, Big Bird's Christmas. I don't know, is Elmo Sesame Street and stuff? Bonnie just, she wants to know when you want her to go on the air.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll get Voss's better half on the show next. And we'll do some more of these Oscar nominations.
Yes. Going swimmingly.
We did, what are we up to? Supporting actress, and then it kind of peters out from there, I guess.
Oh,
although I'm really interested in sound mixing. I wonder who's going to win that this year.
Yeah, that's...
What do you think wins for sound mixing?
Oh, it's got to be...
All right, where's Bonnie? Were you ready for Bonnie? Rich?
You tell her to call here?
Smoke 2 joints, dude.
We could call her unless you don't want us to have her number, you paranoid fuck.
Nah. He's always afraid someone else is fucking her.
Mm-hmm.
You are, right? Like the fucking tile in the kitchen. Whatever. Remember that?
Listen,
that sticks in my head all the time, by the way.
Your head?
Yeah. I think about that. It was one of the greatest stories. It's like Rich Voss actually...
The neighbor knew what color the tiles were in the kitchen or something.
And he had never been in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he commented to Rich about his kitchen tiles.
Yeah.
And then Rich just starts thinking he's over my house fucking my wife because he knows what the tiles look like.
Rich, give me the number over here. I could dial it right in.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
no,
really.
No, you cannot.
What? Yes, I
know.
can.
No, yeah, and that thing will go all over the internet, all over.
Why would I do that?
Bad enough her,
That would be stupid.
Her pussy's all over the internet. I don't need her number.
Oh.
No, I'm only kidding. Psych. Psych.
Psych. He's a child. You're amazing. You're like a little retarded boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could do this before we get to Voss's wife there. Yeah. Bonnie. The lovely Bonnie.
Bonnie.
How's your lovely daughter doing?
Oh, God, she's amazing.
The little one. 18 months?
Yeah, I had to take... Oh, I was giggling so much.
About the one in college.
Friday, I had to take her to the hospital. The doctor goes, her stomach, she was shitting white shit, and I kept giggling, thinking about how great would that shit have been under your nose. I mean, it stunk so bad.
The fuck was it?
She had a virus, stomach virus.
So it was just pus?
No, it's white. Yeah, it was that much, a diaper full of pus that's coming out of my baby.
Is it normal for an 18-year-old kid to
18-year-old to shit out white stuff sometimes?
Yeah.
Good ass fucking. Some fisting.
An 18-month-old to shit
Well, it was
white
from a
crap?
virus. I mean, I brought her to the hospital because the doctor on call, they have one on call and calls you. He said, oh, I don't know if it could be a liver or stomach problem. He says liver problem, so I take her to the hospital. I had to cancel Friday night.
Baby,
took her to the emergency room.
That baby diaper mustache, I don't know if the video
really
giggling.
does
it justice.
Stop fucking.
I don't know if it does it justice how brutal that was.
I go over in my head.
That makes that other stuff.
How I want to play it. Just white shit.
The L.A. Wink, wink. Yeah. Go ahead. Back to you, Rich.
I'm just saying, I go over my head how many times, how many different ways I could have played that.
Yeah.
I could have won an Oscar for that. This white shit, you would have thrown up. I was cracking up.
What did it smell like?
Oh, horrible.
Shit, obviously. And what else?
Shit. And then More. It's just
more shit.
Shit, and then throw in more shit. And it smelled like that.
You know what, though? God,
It was
explains
horrible.
Ugh. All right. Before we get to Bonnie, which should be a minute or two, she's finishing up with some dude. She'll be right with us.
Jeez.
Hope we get into a good club.
Who brought this in? We got a pregnant morning zoo caller crashing her car live on the air. Big story in the radio world.
Is it real, one of those things, or is it some setup thing?
No, this is a real one.
Oh, okay.
This morning, the pregnant woman, known only as Allison, told 11 Alive's Joe Becker and Karen Greer what happened yesterday. She'd called into Star 94's morning show to confess she'd already broken her New Year's resolution. In the middle of the conversation,
they were doing that bit.
Hey, did you break your New Year's resolution? Let us know what it was and how you broke it.
Oh, my God. And then you get the one caller, I was going to stop smoking. How long you last? January 2nd. Oh, January 2nd.
Come on already.
2 days. Oh, that's outrageous.
I quit smoking for 20 minutes at a time. Oh, but go on.
Star 94's morning show to confess she'd already broken her New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
In the middle of the conversation, the show's host heard this.
Oh.
Wow. Was that Stephanie McMahon?
No.
Yelling because Vince was on the floor?
Don't make light of that.
I would never make light of that.
Wow.
Wait, was that after the accident? What the fuck?
I don't know.
It sounded
That's
like
all they give us, Sam. What's
it
up
sounded
with
like
you?
the longest setup to an accident.
Right.
It's like turn or step on the brake.
Hang up the phone, dummy.
Was it
Get
icy-
out of the accident.
Was it an icy road?
I don't think so, because it was in Atlanta, I think. Our intern, Joe number 2, presented this story to me. And, this chick just called up, and she's pregnant.
Right.
Yeah.
The baby's name is Noah. That's why she starts yelling, Noah, 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 Noah.
Oh, I thought you were saying no.
Right, that's what I thought.
Oh.
As in I'm heading toward the edge of the cliff.
And then that's her getting in the accident, and that's the clip. What happens next? You'll have to go to track number 2.
But we got Bonnie standing by.
Oh,
No.
well, she ends up fine.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
Track number 1
The
was
first words out of my mouth were Noah, because that's the name of my baby, and I was so scared that I had lost him. I was screaming, please God, not Noah.
Allison and her baby are fine, but she admitted today her mind was not on the road. Allison learned a lesson. She and her unborn child spared the possible consequences.
Yeah, she still
You
won the
dummy,
trip
she's
to
on the
Disney.
phone, calling a fucking radio station. Oh,
Do you know
that's what our
what-
listeners do.
do you know-
Sorry, keep doing that.
Do you know a cop yesterday when we were driving to the city? I was trying to get a number on tech, and a cop is right behind me, and I pull to the middle lane, and he gets on a loudspeaker and goes, "You're an ass. You were driving 90 miles an hour with your baby in the car," right? On the loudspeaker, but he didn't pull me over and give me a ticket. So
it's cold out. They don't want to give tickets in the cold.
They can't mail you a ticket for speeding because they don't know if it's you who's driving. You know how they mail tickets?
All right.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Rich Voss Esquire.
This is
actually no. No one fucking just tails you and mails you a ticket like that.
I've gotten tickets in the mail.
You can
for
yes,
running a red light.
You can get running a red light tickets.
But then how do they know it's you driving the car?
They don't. You don't get points on your license, but you do have to pay a fine. That's how they work that out.
So they don't mail you a speeding ticket.
No, I think you can get mailed a speeding ticket in speed traps. I'm not sure of that. I don't think so in New York State. I'm not sure of that.
Maybe in some areas?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
This is a perfect time or place to get Bonnie involved in the discussion. Bonnie.
Yes.
Wow, your husband's just killing today with his knowledge.
What?
He brought up that... yeah, you hear the shock in her voice. What? He brought up that you guys watch Oprah together, and that he learns a lot from Oprah, but he can't give us one example.
I don't know what do you want me to tell you?
Well,
do you sit and does he comment on Oprah when you guys are sitting watching it? Like a little bitch? When she goes to commercial, does he turn and ask you questions like a little retarded child?
Rich, what were we watching when it went to commercial and they were teasing what was coming up and you went, oh, I want to see that.
Oh, Meryl Streep.
Yes, it was Meryl Streep.
How fruity.
I crossed my hands.
Why would you want to, like, oh.
What's next? Meryl Streep. He goes, ooh, I want to see that.
Yeah, he's talking about Dr. Oz.
And what was the...
He knows everybody from the show. It's just...
And what was the wish board, I think?
It's been Best Life Week.
What is that?
So she has, Dr. Oz on, talks about how to get the best health. She has a trainer on, to talk about how to lose weight. She has a sex person on to talk about how to... Unfortunately, he didn't watch that show, which, might have benefited him the best.
After
to lose weight?
You dumb. The sex show.
Yeah. After Lost was DVR'd, so it was like later than it normally ends. Oprah was on when I went back to the channel guide, and she's sitting there with, I guess, John Bon Jovi and some white woman and then a couple of black people, and they were all talking about what they did inauguration night and how late they stayed up.
Mm-hmm.
And Oprah's like, I was up until after 3 in the morning, and then the other black woman was like, yeah, it was about 3 or 4, and then they had what's his name from Last King of Scotland, the big black guy with the wacky eye.
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. Yes. And he's talking about how late he was up. And then they ask, like, John Bon Jovi, and he's like, it was like 11:30. And then the white woman's like, no, I got to sleep pretty early. It was such... I'm just watching going, the black people were up all night celebrating, and Whitey's just, like, snoring away.
It's obvious. It was more,
It was more exciting for black people than it was for Whitey.
It was the black man's day.
We just kind of sat around and went, okay, I'm going to bed.
But if you look...
I'm going to go to bed because I wanted to wake up to see if I was just having a nightmare.
They finally lifted the Jim Crow laws.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, she's so good at ad-libbing lately. Tell them
How
about...
long it took me to think of that name? A long time, Rich. Go ahead.
And the wish boards, the wish boards, I'm trying to explain to them what. I didn't say you have one. I'm just explaining to them what a wish board is.
They're not called wish boards.
Oh, what's it called?
Vision boards.
Oh, God. Okay. He couldn't even get that right. A vision board. So you can envision what you want in life instead of a wish, but you, again, like a child. A wish. I make a wish. A wish board.
Well, it's basically the same thing.
He's cutting out and gluing every night little I am a star.
How do you know when you texted me and you go, I only do terrestrial radio? How do you know that word terrestrial? Who's telling you these words? Like, how do you know that regular radio?
I had an affair with Webster.
How do you know these words? It's called English. You should look into it.
No, I mean, that's a big word for a Canadian to know terrestrial radio.
Canadians are by nature just potheads. They just usually smoke pot.
Did Rich do his Canadian geese joke?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that, by the way.
Did you have a Canadian geese joke there, Rich?
No.
About the plane?
No, I didn't have
anything. No, all right.
No, what? The turban? The turban on the head?
Oh yeah, he did one.
I did one.
No, but that's not Canadian.
It was a Canadian geese. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't do a Canadian geese. No, I didn't. But, you do learn a lot from Oprah, and these guys, you know what it is, because they try to be like, word guy
No,
radio.
that's not what we're getting at here.
Oh.
We're actually trying to have an open mind. You're like, I learned a lot from Oprah, so we're like, all right, tell us what you learned, and you don't have anything.
What?
You said you watched this Dr. Oz guy.
He has no retention skills.
Yeah, because he
none.
goes, and they have Dr. Oz, and I'm like, all right, what did you learn from Dr. Oz? He goes, he brings out tumors and a bad lung, but I'm not sure if the lung's real or not.
Or a model.
And what did you learn from Oprah? That's all we're asking.
What did I learn, Bonnie?
See, that's how it works.
You learned a lot. You need a lot of fiber in your diet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right? We got vitamin D.
I didn't take any.
Vitamin dummy.
I didn't take any. Yeah, see,
Is she inspirational to you?
Who, Bonnie? Well, see, the problem
Oprah,
with
Bonnie, whatever.
Well, see, Bonnie's a very positive person, and I could be negative at times. So that's what I'm trying to get is like positive, like Bonnie.
God,
and be
that
a
should
positive.
be the other way around.
What?
Bonnie should just be a fucking, pissed off, negative person. Single. Yeah.
She yells out single.
Ow.
Dude, there wasn't even a pause.
I know.
There wasn't even a pause.
He says that if... Oh, forget
Is
it.
the sex still there, Bonnie?
We force it, sure.
Yeah. You force it.
Yeah, but it...
Because, the kid, you get the kid, that kind of makes it difficult, right?
Yeah, crawling
it's
over
more
him.
the dryness. No.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she's hammering you.
You're so out. Next time Norton's gone, it's Opie, Anthony, and Bonnie.
Oh, she kills, man. I've been on for 7 years. I ran out of shit to say.
Dude, you had a great appearance today.
Yeah, it was good. But
What a
she,
dryness.
I want to bring her
Ouch.
back in. It's just that, it's tough with the baby. We haven't had sex as much. We're going to get back into it. Like, we watch a porno with... You can't watch a porno with her because she's like does commentary. She's going, oh, not so close. Oh, look what she's wearing. Or look at the fucking pussy and the dicks and stuff, and don't like comment. Oh, look at the hole. He's doing that. That's got to hurt her. She's saying all this
Is that
shit.
what you do, Bonnie?
I like.
I think if you're going to do a porno, you would get a nice manicure first.
Do you guys ever? Here's a question. I like women with a sense of humor, absolutely, but I can't imagine being married to someone that is an actual comedian where it's all about trying to find the funny and everything. Do you guys ever just get serious, or when you're watching a porno, it's all about just trying to make the other person laugh?
Oh, no, I don't try to make her laugh. I watch a porno so I can, try to get hard.
Busted nut. Try to get hard.
Right.
Oh, man.
Starts with the Viagra, then the porn.
Yeah. All right. And
whole ritual.
And
This is Richard's foreplay. I'm going to take half of Viagra.
Oh, damn.
no, I'll go to her. I'll go. You want me to eat your pussy? No. Who says no to that?
What are you asking?
No, because I don't want to like just lay down and spread them. I mean,
Well,
Yeah, you don't
all of a
ask
sudden
that.
you're a different person.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. All right.
I do.
And let's just sit back. I'm moving away from the mic.
Wait, no. She says the other day.
Yeah.
She says, give me a foot massage. That's better than oral. Okay. All right. That's better than oral. People aren't pulling up and having somebody come to the window going, would you like a foot massage? Okay.
I'm not going out and paying for oral anywhere.
That's your oral, though, apparently, is not as good as a foot massage, huh?
No, I'm good at eating fucking, I guess.
Well, I don't know. Bonnie, is he?
There's a lot of drool.
It's got to get wet somehow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's actually a nice balance.
Jesus.
You guys are terrible.
And every time she goes to give head, she cheats and uses her hand. She does it for like 1 minute, and then,
Then just
That's
jacks
because
you.
your penis is too big.
Oh, wow.
See, Rich?
Good answer.
That's a good answer. But you always make small penis jokes to me privately.
I think you're allowed to make small penis jokes to someone who has a big penis. But you can make fat jokes to someone who's not fat.
I don't have a big penis. I have a regular penis. It's regular. It's not,
You notice I never make fat jokes to you. It's just a hint. I'm not saying.
Oh, look, I can't say anything because you look good. I'm not going to say you don't look good. I mean, everybody says how beautiful you are. I don't see it, but I think you look good. I guess when whatever, you look good. You're tight. You had a kid. Your shit looks dope. Tell them what you said. The lady said when we went to her house. We went to a stranger's house to buy garage sale stuff, and Bonnie goes
that guy thought I was your daughter.
Oh, Jesus. That's when you just start fucking making out with her in front of the guy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But,
Stephen S. from Bayshore. The
Looking
last
forward
time
to doing that one day.
The last time Voss ate Bonnie's clump, one of her ovaries washed away. Oh my God!
Tidal wave of saliva.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're still, kind of doing it.
Well, yeah, but we got to do it more. We always say we're going to do it, and then we start watching TV and stuff and shit, and we lay in bed. Like the other night, I was excited, but sometimes I got to go about it better. It's really me. It's not her fault. Because I don't, I'll just, we'll lay there, and I'll just, she'll go rub my back, and then rub my lower back, and I'll try to, slip a finger in her, throw down real quick and put a finger in her ass or something, which I've never done. How can you be married to somebody and never? I don't mind her putting fingers in my ass,
She's just asking for a back rub.
Yeah.
You're ready to fucking bowling ball the chick.
But
trying to finger pop her ass. She just got a little tension.
Yeah. Needs a back massage.
But I have been giving her massages. So, we lay in bed.
Nice, right?
I'm trying to be a little more romantic. I'll put my hand under the blanket and, I'll touch her and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sounds so romantic.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love it all, Rich.
Oh,
fuck.
It's unbelievable. The baby doesn't look like me.
You're paranoid about that now?
Yeah.
I told him I would get him DNA testing for his birthday.
This is a real thing, because you guys have brought this up a few times.
She wanted to do it on
It's
our
your
pilot.
kid, Rich.
I know, he's ridiculous. I told him I'm going to tell her as soon as she's old enough to understand.
You make it sound like you're some crazy oil tycoon, and there's a reason why she would stay with you if she's not into it.
Well, that's exactly what I keep saying.
Thank you. Yes. If she wasn't into it, what's keeping her?
Yeah, she would just leave.
Well, wait. Huh?
She would be so gone.
No way. No, I mean, I don't know. No.
She loves you.
Yeah, I love her, too. I love her.
Go home and get back in there, Rich.
Get back in there?
Yeah, start fucking.
It's not about just fucking.
I understand that.
It's not.
We gotta kiss again. We don't even kiss.
What's up with the kissing, Bonnie?
We don't anymore. That's over.
Oh, wow.
Is that supposed to be over?
What happened, though?
No, it's not.
Well, we kiss a little. I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to...
You're afraid of intimacy, so kissing is really intimate for you. So you get all giggly and weird about it.
You know what the problem is? And I just you got to give it up to alcohol sometimes.
I know.
You just got to give it up to fucking booze sometimes.
I think Rich could start drinking again.
If Rich was drunk, he would just be ravaging you, doing all kinds of dirty shit he's embarrassed about in the morning.
Oh, no. When Bonnie drinks, it's, she has a couple wines.
Yeah, but if you were drinking too, then it would be, then you would leave to get cocaine. But
I know. And then I'd sell her watch.
Wait, I want to hear about the Bonnie drinking some wines.
Yeah, because she gets a little frisky when she has wine.
Frisky.
Yeah.
She's fucking 60.
When I've been drinking.
What's that?
The car gets pulled over occasionally.
Yeah.
See?
There you go. That was 3 years ago. She gets pulled over occasionally. If an occasion is a decade, okay? Occasionally. It happened one time in a hotel because you had to pee first. I said, what the fuck? Why do you blow me while you're peeing? Okay? Shut the fuck up. Occasionally.
Oh, now he's being funny. See?
No, but... See, because here's the thing with Bonnie and I. We're meant for each other.
You know what makes Rich really funny? Like when he's backed into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like,
yeah.
And he has to just lash out at everything.
Yeah, that's his defense.
See, it's like watching Oprah now. She comes up when she's like Dr. Bonnie. She like when I first met her, I used to help her out.
Dr. Kevorkian.
I used to help her out and talk her down from things. I was like her helper, and now all of a sudden, and then take her on the road and stuff, and we do. Now we go on.
The child has become the parent.
No, not only that, we go on the road and we work, and she's destroying on stage. Like she used to be like the girl that read her little notes on the stool from L.A., like one of those type of Janine Garofalo type, with the notes up there.
So he's saying you used to be a hack.
No, not a hack. No, she was more alternative.
Man.
Not a hack. But now she's like got her foot up on the table, all confident, smashing the fucking crowd. It's like, holy fuck, she's filthy. And it's funny.
It's
funny.
Rich.
It's funny.
We know.
what I'm saying is, it's funny. So what I'm saying is, come see us this weekend because you're getting 2 headliners on the show.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, squeeze that plug in. How about you squeeze your cock in
that's in
occasionally?
2 weeks.
Oh,
This
okay.
week's Harrisburg, but at the Comedy Zone. But she's killing. You know.
Vote for me at Comedy Central Center Showdown.
Oh, now please.
Go.
What do you got to go? What do you got? Want somebody
boy.
there? What do you mean you got to go?
Oh boy, room service.
Raina just woke up, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Baby comes
Put
first, Rich.
Is that the code word?
You know
Yeah, the baby. Really? Her phone. Don't you hate people that don't answer their phone?
All right, I gotta take a shit. I gotta go.
All right, peace out.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
What, she doesn't answer her phone, so what's going on, you think?
I just hate people. Why have a cell phone if you don't answer it?
You don't want to talk to somebody that pops up when they're calling?
Bro,
Whatever.
why are you so insecure about your
I'm not.
relationship?
Oh man, you are.
All the girls.
Crazy
Well, I
person.
think the first girl I fell in love with,
Yeah.
I caught her fucking my best friend.
Might have tainted you.
This is how
That's an
that
answer.
This is fucking the worst. Like, we used to live together, me and 2 guys, right? And we lived in this house. No, we had a party. 3 guys had an apartment.
I've been there many times. So
And we never locked the doors, ever.
whole roommate thing.
Never locked the
Way past
doors.
You're supposed to have roommates.
Yeah.
Stupid crap.
Never locked the doors in this house, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I'm at work, I'm selling cars, and my girlfriend's supposed to pick me up from work. And she never comes there. She never picks me up. And I'm waiting for fucking hours, right?
Oh
And
no.
So now we're living together. Me and her are living together. I move out of the place with the other guys.
Yeah.
So she doesn't pick me up. And then all of a sudden my friend Charlie calls me and says, I think I was over at your old place and Stacy was over there. My old place.
Mm-hmm.
My old roommate. So I go to the house and the door's locked and the doors are never locked. Right.
Jesus
So I
Christ.
climb up on the fucking roof and I peek through the window and I see her laying on the bed with my best friend, but they're not fucking, but she's rubbing his chest. It's after they fuck.
Oh no.
It's even worse.
Basking in the
I know.
afterglow.
At least if they were fucking, I could have sat on the roof and jerked off, maybe. Right?
Right.
So, and then,
Well, the rubbing of the chest, now you know it's
Right.
not just like
Yeah.
having sex. There's some
there's like fucking romance, you know. It wasn't, they're laying in my old room.
Dude, what'd you do?
I smashed the window and glass flew, cut under his eye. You know, I mean, we're friends. I talk to him every once in a while.
Of
You know,
course
he
you
doesn't
do.
live.
You still hang out with your ex-wife.
But like when you looked in there and saw that, were you just like fucking livid?
It's the first girl I ever really fell in love with. So I mean, I was devastated. I went home. I took all her clothes and threw them out on the porch or out in the yard.
Yeah.
I felt like Waiting to Exhale, some fucking black chick from Waiting to Exhale. I'm surprised I didn't go burn her clothes in her car, even though she didn't have a car. It was my car.
That'll happen.
It will happen.
That'll happen sometimes.
So, I was devastated. So, and then she started seeing him. It's the first time my mother ever talked to me, came over and talked to me, oh, it's okay, these things happen. Yeah, to you, Dad left you, doesn't mean I have to be left, right?
Aw.
So,
How old were
Poor
you?
little Richie Voss.
I guess I was like 22 or something, 21, 22. I had my own business and whatever.
Drug dealing isn't considered.
No,
a
that's when I
business.
used to remodel houses, but I fucking
That's called
scammed all the money.
burglary. That's remodel houses. Let me remove this.
So then, fucking, and then she started seeing him. We broke up, whatever, and I fuck whoever just to try to cover the pain. But then I picked her up at the bar, and she goes, "Oh, I miss you." So I go come back, and so I fucked her. And right after I fucked her, I called him and go, "Guess who I just fucked?" And I said, "Get out!" And I threw
Wow.
her out.
Little revenge.
Yeah, I think I caught the clap. No, I didn't.
He goes, "Yeah, you think you're getting back at me, motherfucker?"
No. But that's all.
Welcome
that's all.
to the wonderful world of AIDS.
But if you think about it, when I'm 21, 22, she's 20. We're so young back then, and that, you don't know. It's not like adult. But
then the war broke out.
Yeah. So, and then as a kid, here's the fucking real deal, and then you can wrap it up. When you're a little kid, and your mother takes you to your grandmother's house on your father's side. Takes you, brings you to the front door.
Wait, let me get my cock out.
rings the doorbell, and goes, "Take them. I don't want them." You have abandon issues, and you don't trust females.
Oh.
Okay, that's where the trust to a female, the untrust towards females come from. When your mother pushes you and says, I don't want them.
No, I don't understand about that. That's such a selfish thing to do, obviously. But it's like, why couldn't she do it another way without you hearing that? Because
Yeah.
then maybe in your little mind you would be able to wrap yourself around and go, okay.
She's just going out tonight, and we're going to
Or
grandma's.
whatever.
I don't
and you're
want
never
them.
coming home again.
So that's why you don't trust women. That's it.
That's a rough one, man.
You know, as a fucking little kid, I don't want them.
That's why you don't trust women. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, why don't you trust them?
I trust women.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Don't. You
don't have
ever
any-
fucking from behind and going through your wallet? That's because you're so drunk you don't know. You fucking idiot.
Usually the lawyers are fucking me from behind, going through my wallet.
But so it's deeper than it's just the trust towards fucking women.
Well, now it makes sense.
Wow, yeah, that makes sense when you're deposited at your
I was a
grandma's.
little fucking kid.
Aw.
Come.
Rich.
Well, I'll drive you into New York to see your dad. You get there and the fucking cops arrest him. Thank you, I'm the decoy.
No! You were the decoy?
Yeah. My father, you know.
They do that with TV sets.
Yeah, they used to.
Hey, look what you won.
Yeah,
Right.
he used to take us in to fucking New York to Port Authority. Oh, you're going to meet your dad at the Port Authority, and we get on the bus. My mother would take us in. We get there to see my dad. As we go to walk over to dad, cops come and fucking arrest him.
Why don't you point at your daddy when you get off the bus? Point at him and take your little hat off and put the cigarette out.
Wait a minute. Why was he being arrested for child support
Yeah,
issues?
they were both fucked up. Yeah, child support. He didn't pay.
I don't. Why the fuck put the kids in the middle of
That's
that
why.
shit?
That's why.
Some of that stuff happened with Aunt, too.
That's why my ex-wife and I get along great. I didn't do that to my kids. I did just the opposite. You know what I mean?
Did it make you a better father, you think?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They
Yeah,
yelled.
yes.
My parents yelled at each other.
Well,
like they loved us. I knew that.
Yeah, I should have walked you into that. I mean, that's way.
They
Well,
hated each other.
Yeah, but you're.
So.
Which I
Yeah.
guess would be hard to kind of hide.
Yeah, but his family, his is more fucked up though. His dad used to make him shower together. At least we.
No, that was just teaching. It was one time.
Yeah, he was just teaching.
and
Yeah,
I
tell that to the courts.
I started crying because I thought he was peeing, but it was just the water running off. You know how if you stand in the shower, the water runs off you, and it runs off the tip of your dick in a stream if you just stand there.
And if you're a little guy,
So I was kind of, yeah.
it would kind of give the feeling of you just hanging out under a waterfall.
It's like the shower.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go near him because I was like, no. And he was like, no, God damn it. I'm just, you're old enough to shower now. You don't have to, take baths anymore.
Oh, what are the odds that you and your brother are old enough at the same time to shower?
We're only like 18 months apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it was at the point where it's like, something, let me just take fucking baths
Wait,
for a
hey,
little
let me
while.
ask you this: like now that you're older, did you find that weird?
Oh, yeah. It's
weird,
oh
right?
fuck yeah. That was I think he was just tanked and thought, let me teach my kids how to fucking shower.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like hippie stuff.
Yeah,
Was
maybe. I
He
don't
wasn't
know.
really a hippie, but
No, he was the furthest
he
thing
was
from
like-
a fucking hippie. He hated the hippies.
yeah, but he was like a free spirit.
He was
and
like
all
a
that.
cowboy or something, wannabe. And cowboy in New York, and then a cowboy when he got to California. But this was all New York shit, like when he was just all fucked up.
I just figured out the trust issues now. My mother's she's fucking on her way out. Mm-hmm. And it's so weird, like the feeling, it's like,
Like, you don't
it's
give a
almost
shit?
like no feelings. I can't,
Oh, boy.
it's just like no
You better
feelings.
resolve that shit.
But I went in there, I said, I love you. And I said to her, I go, I'm sorry for all the pain I put you through in life when I was doing drugs.
Then you put a pillow over her face, and squeezed.
Yeah, but you know what?
That takes all.
Maybe you were doing all those drugs because of what she did to you when you were younger.
But whatever, I cleared my conscience.
Right.
I apologize for what I've done wrong because, I was a fucked up kid too after.
How could you not be?
Oh, of course.
You're excited to see your dad, and they're using you as a decoy.
You're fucking
What
bait.
the fuck?
That is
How old were
hysterical.
you?
Huh?
How old? Like
32.
8, 9?
7, 8, 9, 7.
Oh, my God.
First or second grade.
So who was there to take you guys after you were used as a decoy?
Oh, she just put us back on the bus and took us home.
Wow.
Teach you a lesson. Your father's no good.
For real?
And then you'd be like, what happened? It's like, oh, well, your father got arrested.
Yeah.
And you pointed him out. You fingered him. You fucking rat. You're a little rat, you motherfucker.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just fucking horrible. And then living above my grandparents' house, Just in a black neighborhood, you know, the front of the house was white and the back was black. The side, we were on the corner. So I hung out. I didn't hang out with the whites because I didn't think I was as good as them, those kids. So I hung out with the blacks because I thought I was a little better. You know, there was pure dysfunction down there.
Sure.
You know, it was, you know what I mean?
It was more
just,
your crowd.
It was more my crowd. And then when you're down there playing and the street lights come on and your old grandmother comes walking down the street in her fucking old nightie with her stockings down to her ankles going, Richard, Robert, time to come in front of a bunch of black kids, your old white fucking grandma. Then they having a block party and she gives me fucking potato pancakes to bring to a black block party. Fucking, the fuck am I going to do with those? These fucking, like, without applesauce? What the fuck is wrong with you, bitch?
They must have made fun of you.
Fucking horrible.
Oh,
Then the fucking, we went, this was the worst. I'll tell you a story. This is not a bullshit story. The whole block, we used to go on bus trips. All these black kids, there was maybe 1 or 2 white kids. So we were going to Rawway Pool. And you know, every summer
What the hell's Rawway Pool?
It was, you know, every summer they pick on one kid in the neighborhood for the summer. Well, this summer it was
Like
my
the Fresh
fucking
Air
year.
Fund?
Yeah. So we would take, the Rawway Pool was a pool in Rawway, all black. All black in the pool. So we get there, all the black
prison
kids.
in Rawway there.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
I guess it's
Rawway.
their fucking
Yeah.
kids are swimming.
Let's go
Okay.
to prison, right?
So we're on the bus going there, and even the parents and shit, not our parents, you know, and everybody's on the bus. We're going to go off the high dive. Everybody's going to go off the high dive, right? And that's the big thing, the high dive at Rawway Pool. So we get there, everybody goes off the fucking high dive, but Reginald and me. And Reggie's this tall black guy and me. I'm going, oh, please, let's get the fuck out of here and not let me be the only one not to go off the high dive. Just let Reggie not go off, too. So all of a sudden you see Reggie going off the high dive. I'm going, oh, fuck.
You're the
Just
only
the only
one.
gun. Only one. The only way. So they go, you fucking go up the... So I climb up the high dive, and there's these 2 big black guys behind me. And I walk up it, and they're going, you better go. And they weren't from our neighborhood. They were just Rawway blacks. You better go off this fucking... And
Was
I
it
get,
bad to be a Rawway black?
Oh, they were tough. They were. I mean, these were
Rawway black.
These
yeah.
motherfuckers must have. You know, they probably owned the pool.
Yeah.
So I get on the high dive, and the whole pool stops. It just looks like a bunch of just all these black people looking up at me, going, "Jump, jump." And I turn
Must look like
around.
that scene in Amistad, and they're just throwing the fucking white people overboard.
And then I turn around and I walk back down.
Oh,
and it was
the
fucking,
walk of shame.
It was just horrible. The rest of the summer and everything.
You were the faggot that wouldn't jump off the high
that
dive.
takes balls. I would just say, fuck it, close my eyes and go.
When I finally went off a high dive, I was doing a show outdoors at a pool years ago. There was like a pool, whatever. I was doing a show
The
outdoors.
goddamn horse with those fucking teeth.
And I went off high dive in Asbury Park.
Yeah, off the Steel Pier.
Steel Pier in Asbury. So it was not a great childhood.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
It's fucking horrible. The worst go-kart. Everybody had nice go-karts. I had a fucking plank. They were building them nice ones, you know.
Oh, would you have the fucking 2x6
I had a 2x6
with the two 2x4s
Yeah, with a 2x4.
and the fucking
Yeah.
wagon wheels
Yeah.
on the,
If you
the
just turn
stroller
it,
wheels.
I fucking almost took
What
my
was it,
leg off.
with a
'cause-
rope?
Yeah, with the rope.
Those suck. The big bolt that held the fucking front one on.
Yeah.
God, I had one of those too. Those sucked.
They were like the fire engine of go-karts.
If you fucking if you turn the rope too far, it would just go. It would scissor completely closed, and then the front is just skidding because the wheels are sideways. It's like that plane that landed with the landing gear in the front sideways.
And we would go down hills that were so big, and go right through the stops. We didn't know if cars were coming. We
Nah.
could have been flattened.
And would you have like the stick with the fucking nail for the brake?
Yeah, for the brake.
That never worked. Jesus Christ, I forgot about those. Those go-karts suck.
My grandfather was
Death machine.
My grandfather was a contractor, and he wouldn't give me wood. I had to steal the fucking wood.
Yeah, we always stole the wood. That was part
Yeah,
of the fun of making it. And then, like, for an axle, you needed, like, God, what'd you use for, like, axle?
I know, but it had to have a thing to put the ball
cotter
pin, the
pins.
cotter pins. But you'd steal a fucking shopping cart, which was almost impossible to
It was
get
from
those
a
wheels
stroller.
off.
I think it was like stroller fucking wheels.
Oh,
and
those were the
shit.
back wheels. The back
Yeah.
wheels were. The bigger the back wheels, the faster the fucking thing went. Like, you get these fucking fucking black kids on a block, you know, they pimped out their go-karts, they have bicycle wheels, and they put fucking peach barrels as the front, you know.
You ever not able to find an axle, so you just nailed the wheels on it?
Yes.
And you got about fucking 10 feet, and then they would just collapse on you.
And you're stuck with this fucking go-kart in the middle.
What are you going to carry it home now? Oh, it's so stupid.
You nailed the wheels in.
You just nailed
Axles
them in.
were hard to come by.
They were.
They were the
and then you needed like the washer to go behind the wheel, or else the wheel would hit the wood.
That fucking brake was just
the brake.
stick.
I didn't have
What
no
a piece of shit that was.
No go-karts for me.
Really?
Oof.
Main road.
It was total gravity too. It wasn't, a motor or anything.
Yeah, main
If you had a
road.
motorized go-kart, you were the shit.
You were white.
One of those little fucking you were white. No, and then the black kid had it.
Yeah, and you had it for a day. Oh fuck!
Forgot about those.
Voss.
God damn, man.
Bravo. We should wrap up.
All righty.
When are we gonna go play some golf, Voss?
I'm going
Been a
next week
while.
to San Antonio next week, but
nice.
February I'm in Florida. I'll play down there. When do you guys? I take a vacation.
I'm gonna start taking lessons again. I gotta get my swing back.
Well, man, the Open's at Bethpage this year.
Again?
Yeah.
U.S.?
Yeah, it's at Bethpage this year.
Didn't we
get
just do
tickets.
that?
That was
9 years ago.
Years ago, dude.
How many?
9 fucking.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's another one of those things,
no,
right?
Yep.
No.
9 years ago.
Had to be.
No. I was there. It was like yesterday.
We were in New York.
Tell you.
We're still in New York.
Yeah, but I mean, we were in
At
New
the other
York
joint?
then. We weren't in like Boston.
It was before. No.
I think it was
we've been
when-
home for 10 years now.
Yeah, so I think it was right when we got here.
No.
Could look it up.
I believe you.
It was 8. This will make 9, I think. Yeah,
Wow.
9 years now. So it was 2001.
Oh, we're going to that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm definitely going.
All right. Today's tragic Rich Voss childhood stories.
wow.
Was brought to you by Ashley Madison. You hear about this, Ashley Madison?
What's that?
Maybe your mom could use this.
Oh yeah, about the fucking.
Tell Bonnie to turn off the radio. She's not
She
going to
doesn't
hear
have
about this.
She doesn't have accent. This is where you can find hot married fucking women or men and
Discreet
have
affairs.
discreet affairs. How many affairs aren't discreet, or else they wouldn't be fucking affairs? They'd be out in the open. They'd be called "I'm leaving yous."
You just ruined, you know what? You just ruined their pitch. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
But a lot of affairs turn into that. With Ashley Madison, you know you're dealing with somebody else that wants a discreet affair. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting if you're in an affair. The bitch could go fucking crazy on your ass and start calling up your wife and stuff.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I'm not going to get that shit.
Congratulations, by the way. I'm going to be honest with everybody. We had a contest to come up with a new jingle for Ashley Madison, or a song, or something, or a new ad for Ashley Madison.
Yeah, it was like a write your own spot sort of thing.
And it was a complete dud. That's why we didn't do much with it.
I don't
on our
remember
radio
even
show.
hearing about it, to tell you the
Because
truth.
it just was one of those ideas that we wish we didn't agree to. Here's the honesty from your pals. But we did get a winner. Congratulations to Razor Roman.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon?
No, Roman.
Roman.
Oh, Roman.
Congratulations to Razor
Ramon.
Roman from Whackbag. He picked up 5 G's.
Whoa.
For doing what? It was horrible, right?
No, was it? Well, we have it.
No, I mean the contest was horrible.
No, it was a good contest. It was a parody commercial. You have to make.
How many good entries did we get, Sam?
Well, Razor Roman won. So.
Please tell me he had the only.
All you had to do was hand one in.
That would be the case.
And you got $5,000.
Yes.
How many entries did we get?
Including Razor Roman or not including Razor Roman?
Dude.
Let's not include Razor Roman. How many entries besides his?
For the Ashley Madison contest.
That would be a donut. An O. That would be his.
He just walked away with $5,000 because he was the only entry?
But his was really good.
Compared to what?
What a great... I love the odds of that contest.
It's 100 to 1.
If you,
I mean, 100%.
If you handed in,
I suck an ass
yourself making diarrhea into a tuba, and then put the subject header as Ashley Madison contest entry,
You had 50-50.
you had a 50-50 shot of winning this contest.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Easy money for Razor Roman from Whackbag. 2002, Beth Page, U.S. Open. I knew it was. So that's pushing 7 years coming this summer.
God damn.
All right. That sounds a little
better, but it's still like,
Yeah,
wow.
I guess not much better. All right, whatever. So he won the parody contest, and you can check it out, really.
Oh.
You can check out what he did to win $5,000 on opieandanthony.com. Thank you, Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison, yeah.
What a douchebag. Oh, my goodness. Bob Kelly's now ahead of you.
Is he? Because he's been plugging. I'm not plugging this shit.
Wow, we're going to plug it right now.
What, the stand-up showdown?
Comedy Central Stand-Up Showdown. Voting ends tomorrow. Go to ComedyCentral.com, click on Stand-Up Showdown, and vote Voss.
But wait, how's Bobby
Currently
ahead
you're
of
in
me?
17th place.
Bobby's not ahead of me. He's probably knocked out by now.
He's ahead. He was like, he was
4 behind me.
He was getting close to being knocked out of the competition, and now he's...
well, what does it say he's ahead of me?
I think he's in 16th place. You're in 17th.
I was
something
in
like that.
second place, and they took all my votes away.
Well, it was obvious someone was helping you out with some kind of counter program.
Well, how do we know the other people aren't being helped out?
Because you had like an 80,000 vote lead.
Well, yeah, well, I've done a lot of TV.
So let's vote for Voss legitimately.
All right, here's the thing.
Go to
too.
ComedyCentral.com, all right?
Yeah, vote up. I want to thank Coke Logic for all your hard work. We'll get it together. This guy's really good at what he does.
What is he doing for you?
He's doing the, he was going to do the album cover. He's doing the back of my album, my new CD coming out. He's going to do the back of it.
Ooh.
He did the front of it, and I really like it. Everybody likes it, but I might go a different direction. But either way, he's going to be on the front or the back.
Very cool.
He's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget this weekend, Harrisburg Comedy Zone, Rich and Bonnie, the Comedy Zone, fucking Manhattan Comedy Club, February 6th and 7th. Enough of that plug-in bullshit. I fucking hate doing it.
Voss, next time you're on, we got to tell more stories.
I mean, I love those.
I can listen to that all day.
Fantastic.
Amazing. You were a decoy. I've known you for how many years now?
I mean, I was decoy for dad.
Oh, that's just brutal.
Bring him out into the open, kid. We'll get him.
You know, the phones went dead when you said that. I think people just needed to go away. They couldn't even hang in there. They're like,
shock.
I think you depressed so many people. They're like, let's go listen to rock and roll.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I have to go now.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks, guys.
Later.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, boss.